It's February 23rd, 2025. I am at Joel Pearl, thejoelpearl.com on Blue Sky, and it's time to get in the weeds. A marvelous Monday, a fantastic Monday, a manosphere. No, it's not. Who am I kidding? It's Monday, and we're here. Some of y'all are buried in snow. Hope you're safe. Hope you're warm. Maybe you're enjoying this show. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're stuck in your car, and this is the only form of entertainment you have. Well, for the next 2 or so hours, you're welcome. Or, I'm sorry. Jeremy Lambert is here, as he always is. How you doing, pal?
I'm well. We'll blame Joel for being late today. That sounds about right.
I can give you half.
Yeah. It's half you. It's half we were doing a production meeting, trying to figure out what we were doing today. So, but Joel was late to that, so yes. It's still all your fault. Because if you were on time, we would have started at 10:05 instead of 10:10. So it's 100% your fault. Let's be honest.
So effectively, so people know I did the show remotely. I was in Ottawa over the week, and I got back Saturday morning. My flight got in around 7:30 in the morning, and I got home to my family around 8:30, and I hit the ground running. Took the kid out, gave my wife a break, and then we got through the weekend. I was just trying to make up for lost dad time. So today, because it's Monday, my kid has dance in the afternoon, so I take him to dance, and my wife took him to school. And so when she came home, I was under the impression that she had breakfast, and then it turned out that she hadn't. And I like to make my wife breakfast in the morning, so I made breakfast just in time to get on here a little bit late. And then we started talking about how our day was going to go here, how our show was going to go. So it's all about a little bit of catch up and a little bit of production. So there you go. It's your fault. Did you freeze mid-sentence? Yeah, now you're back.
I'm back, yeah. Sorry.
I was in the middle of explaining things, and all of a sudden you froze.
Oh.
Can't get no respect in this house.
Such is life. You made your wife breakfast. That was the last thing I heard.
Yes, as I traditionally do. And
okay.
I made it for her today because we didn't communicate that she hadn't eaten when she took my kid to school.
Oh, okay.
And it's not cereal. I'll do a protein bowl for her. It's really like lentils and corn and mushrooms, and if I got some sweet potatoes and then some eggs and season that all up, it's good.
Lentils.
Yeah, lentils or black beans. Good fiber.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Listen, it's not my favorite breakfast, but she likes it, and it is relatively easy to make, so you just go with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good on you, Joel.
Listen, you and I, if there's one thing we have in common, and we have a few things, big family / wife guys.
Yes, very true. That is very true. Can't argue with that. My wife and I watched Jackass all weekend.
Very nice.
We watched the first 3.5 movies because they did 3.5, which was just outtakes from 3, which I didn't even know about until we saw it on Paramount. So yeah, that was what we did this weekend. Fortunately, it was a slow wrestling weekend, and it wasn't too much to cover and watch and hone in on. So yeah, we spent our weekend just watching the Jackass movies.
There was wrestling this week?
Yeah, allegedly. There was SmackDown, there was Collision, there was AAA.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think that was about it. There was the
on Friday.
Yeah, House of Glory show. Yeah.
Great show. It's great when you open up a show with people booing. That's how you know you've made it. It wasn't Joel Gertner heat either.
No. I like House of Glory, but that was a choice that they made.
Just give it time. Joel's pointing out, yes, CMLL. There's CMLL every weekend, but I guess there's AAA every weekend now. Prestige had their final show.
Yeah. I haven't checked out the Prestige show yet. I'm not sure if it's on YouTube or how they were doing it, but I haven't checked that out yet.
Well, either way, Judas Icarus, the last Prestige champion.
Yeah.
Good for him. So it looks like there were a few things. That sucked.
Yeah, there was... Again, there was stuff. I knew there was stuff, but as far as major shows, no offense to the independent promotions, they're independent promotions, but there's no major events or anything, which was nice. Cito Delgado saying, I went to a midnight show of the original last month, entered by Steve-O. He said the only time he wasn't on cocaine during filming was in Japan because he couldn't get coke in Japan. We were talking about that when we were watching it. we're just like, how many drugs are these guys on? Because when you, like, I'm sure if you haven't seen it, if you don't know what Jackass is, I'm not even gonna try to explain it. You've either seen it and you live through it, or you don't.
Just think of a Darby Allin match, but there's a lot more drugs, even though you think Darby Allin would be on drugs too. He's not.
Like the amount of just head bumps these guys take, it's amazing that there were like no deaths in this whole thing, because they land on their head, so they get kicked in the head. Even if they weren't landing on their head, just the amount of just falls and everything they were taking is absurd. I'm just like, yeah, they just got to be on like a bunch of drugs, I would assume. Like just shoot them up with painkillers, do whatever kind of drugs that is gonna mask all this pain, because there's no way you can do this stuff sober. There's absolutely no way.
Hell yeah. Except, hell no. They just, someone must have died. He just never found out. Come on.
I don't think anybody died. I mean, Ryan Dunn died like a week after. We found out it was like a week after 3.5 came out. So he died after that. But I don't think anybody died during filming.
Steve-O's actually been 3 different guys. It's just like Ultimate Warrior. It's actually 3 different people during the course of his time. Darby Allin is next to play Steve-O. You just don't know it. How many Darby Allin references can I make in one episode of the show? We're at 2, and we will stay at 2. Anyway, what a weekend. Watching Jackass all weekend. Not bad.
Yeah. I mean, there's worse things I could have been doing with my time, I guess.
That's true. You could have been watching all 3 hours of SmackDown.
I mean, I did watch all 3 hours of SmackDown, so
looks like your weekend sucked after all.
Yeah, I mean, SmackDown existed, I guess.
It wasn't like the worst thing. It wasn't egregious, but it wasn't, notable.
That main event. Whew.
My feeling is that, well, first of all, they're doing the thing again where the end of hour 2 is the important one and hour 3 is the throwaway. This is what happened last time they were 3 hours. Raw did it too for a while, and now it looks like they're doing that whole hour 3 is just a third hour vortex, and they finish it off with the Randy and Aleister Black match. And it feels like when they were pitching it to Randy, because Randy doesn't exactly take that L right that quickly, and I'm sure the conversation was something along the lines of like, we need you to lose to Aleister Black. No. Okay, well, what if you lose to Aleister Black because Drew comes in and then suddenly you're back in the title picture? Okay, I'm listening. And they explained it, and Cody comes out, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, all right, so Aleister really means nothing? Yes. All right, then I'll take that out as long as I get a title shot. Sounds to me like that's kind of where they're at, is that they had to explain to Randy that he was going to be in the title picture and not just kind of left alone through Mania. Maybe that was the beginning. So if that's what it was, I mean, the match was what it was, and Randy took an L because of Drew's interference.
Apparently it was only 13 minutes. You could have told me that match was 40 minutes and I would have believed you.
Yeah, it did feel long. But again, if you're watching it in that third hour, and a Randy Orton match is never fast, and neither is an Aleister Black match. It's never like high-flying, quick match. You're going to get slow and plodding. So, yeah, and at the end of a third hour, after a long show, you are going to feel every minute of a 13-minute match.
Yeah, it just felt forever. I don't know what they're doing in the title picture. I hope at this point they just kind of make it like a multi-man match. I don't know if it needs a headline, but I just go with some type of multi-man match. Either do a multi-man match or have Trick or Javon win and do Drew against Trick or Javon. And it's not a main event. I don't think that can headline night 1, but I'm much more interested in that than another Cody match or anything. The Cody and Sammy stuff was good. The backstage between them. I gotta see Sammy. Like Sammy, they gotta actually go through with this with Sammy. Like
he goes and apologizes after that whole thing.
Yeah.
So for those who missed it, there was a backstage segment that was actually very good between Sammy and Cody. And Sammy does his his when is it my time, when am I going to finish my story, it's been 10 years, and he's saying this to Cody, and Cody's like, it's not always so easy, blah blah blah, and Sammy's like, well, you're the golden boy, you're the boy, you got to finish your story and I didn't. And then afterwards Sammy kind of like throws water bottles and he's frustrated, and then Trick comes up and says like, I'm going to win, I'll be in the chamber, I'm going to WrestleMania, haha. And then Sammy runs back to Cody and just like, I'm sorry, I overreacted, it's my fault. It's like, wait a minute, why didn't you just say, I hope Trick gets his ass whipped? Like, why didn't you just leave it at that?
Sammy has a conscience, so
he seems bad.
Yeah, he felt bad, but they got to actually like go there with Sammy, because I can't just see him constantly fail and then continue to believe. Because after a while, because then once they actually pull the trigger, assuming they do, it doesn't become the moment that they want it to become. And it might not happen until WrestleMania next year. I know that's what people are speculating is, oh, they'll do it at Mania next year. And like that sounds good in theory, but they haven't really proven they can do these kind of long-term stuff anymore. They did it once with the first Cody finish your story, and they almost, I don't say lucked into that, but that certainly wasn't the original plan there. So I don't know if they can pull it off again when it actually is a plan. And like we always say is, how often does an injury change things, someone getting hot change things to where, okay, yeah, we have this plan for a year out from now, but God forbid Sammy gets hurt. Let's say Trick continues to get over. Like, do you actually pull the trigger on him? Now they've shown that they won't pull the trigger on guys who get super hot. Sorry, LA Knight. But you would like to think that they will if a guy does get super hot. There's also the plan for Braun, alleged plan for Braun, where they're going to put the title on him. So to think that it's going to happen for Sammy a year out seems optimistic.
So to me, the way that this is all going is a Drew multi-man match, the way you would kind of, said it would. The way Aldis said to Drew after he kicked him out of the building, even though Drew bought a suite, so technically he could have stayed, and he did, and then he got involved at the end. That those little holes are the funniest to me, because it's like, wait a minute, everything made sense until you made it not make sense again. Anyway, Aldis telling Drew, like, you're going to regret this. So, like, stop pushing my buttons, saying he's threatening him. Aldis is, and he's not threatening him with a match against Nick Aldis. He's threatening him with, I'm going to stack the cards against you and give you all the people you continue to wrong. And that's what we're moving towards. Drew is getting involved in everyone's business. And therefore you look at the amount of challengers building up and you're going to get all of them. And somehow I think Drew's going to come out the winner in this case, because there's a part of me that like wants to see it, because I think Drew continuing with the title and being that guy, the chase is more fun for some of these guys. But also the Drew thing just happened. Like, I think there is more gas in the tank for a Drew McIntyre WWE title run. There are more people that he can face one-on-one. You can get more out of it. Whereas Cody, he wins and then what? Like, we're back to square one with a lot of these people he's already faced or haven't been built. There's just the credibility is not as there as it is with people going after Drew. If Drew can continue to be that guy and just be that pest, I could see them continuing with his title run, and Cody doesn't take the fall in the Mania main event. Or maybe he insists that he does. He should, and maybe he insists that, if he loses and he gets pinned, Drew retains. Drew should say, because I pinned you, you no longer can challenge for the title as long as I'm the champion. And they should play a role like that. And let the other guys who are in the story, whether that's Randy or if it's Jacob Fatu or if it's Sammy, let those guys go after Drew, and Cody can, figure out his own way back to the world title, however that's going to look.
Instead, what they're going to do is Sammy is going to pin
Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, Sammy's going to pin like Jacob Fatu, and then Drew's going to complain about being screwed again, and then Cody's just going to beat Sammy for the title.
As it should. As it will ever be.
That's what's gonna happen. It's Grace saying, why aren't they doing Drew and Jacob at the Chamber instead of a crate segment? Let's not act like the crate segment is taking away from them doing another match. They're not doing another match because they don't like doing 5 matches. The crate segment has nothing to do with it. Now, could they do another match? Yes. But again, the crate segment, look, it'll probably be every bit of a 10, 15-minute segment. I'm sure it will be, because they'll do some big reveal and then whatever happened will happen, unless it's not a wrestler and it is just a box of 2K games like I think it'll be. But them doing this crate segment has no bearing on them not doing another match. They're not doing another match because they like doing 4 matches at these shows. That's it.
So it's funny that you bring up the crates, because it does add credence to it's going to be a 2K thing, or it's not going to be a person. It's not going to be something big, because R-Truth is an idiot savant. And he basically said he told us what's in the box without it. He said it's a statue. He said it's Elimination Chamber. Like he made reference to what it is without telling you what it was. It's like he always almost gets it, but he gets it. And I think that whatever's in the box is going to have to go back and watch the R-Truth segment. Whatever he said was in the box, it's going to be a variation on that. And he said it was a statue of some sorts. And I think, you might get like the Stephanie McMahon Hall of Fame statue, which would just be hilarious. I need like Royce Keys to unveil it and be like, she gave me the biggest chance I ever had. And then Triple H comes out and it becomes why is the show all about her? I just don't expect he'd be upset. But you know what? First of all, so the box is now being sent back to Atlanta because this company loves wasting money and making you pay more for it. This is literally, it's just like the FBI director going to Italy to party with the team instead of going to the meetings he should be going to and spending the taxpayer dollars. What TKO is doing here is that they're taking the box-like structure, they're sending it back and forth in between towns, wasting the money that you guys pay on tickets so they can ship a crate back and forth. You know what? Can't believe I'm going to say this. Monday in Atlanta tonight, Brock Lesnar should just destroy that crate. Be like, fuck the date, and just rip it apart. And listen, will it babyface him in the eyes of some? Sure. But, 44 divided by 0 is still 0. So just let him break up the crates. That's all I'm saying.
I actually think that would make sense if Brock's just like, what the fuck are we waiting until Elimination Chamber for? Let me just destroy this thing and then break it open. And then there's Danhausen. They've killed his character immediately. He's just laying there and he doesn't speak. And that's
how we get to Danhausen versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Yeah. This crate thing. Again, my expectations are video games. That's it. But I do think people who are like, oh, they're doing this crate segment instead of another match. But they did 4 matches last year, and I know they had the long John Cena Rock segment, but I don't think that segment was preventing them from doing another match, because the Rock came in the week before, right? And they didn't have anything set up to do on that show. They did 4 matches the year before. They had a pre-show match, but they did 4 matches the year before. I don't think there was a big segment on that show. What was that? That was the Australia show, right? I don't think there was. Am I missing something? Was there? Oh, there was the. I guess the Austin Theory show, or the Grayson Waller effect. I think that was on that show.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Grayson Waller, was it on that, or was it on the SmackDown before?
No, I think it was the Australia show.
He may very well be right,
because Waller. But this is what we do. They would rather do these types of segments than do this match. Like it could be a crate, it could be a different segment, it could be whatever. They just rather do this than do a 5th match. So I don't think this is, again, actually taking away from another match. I think this is always their plan, is they would rather do this shit than do a 5th match. That's their whole history the past couple of years. Now, could they do a 5th match and still do the crate segment or do both? Yes. They don't like doing that.
It's SNL. To them, they've always been a variety show. They've always been the circus. They've always been a bunch of stuff under the big top. And like the second you understand that and realize that there are alternatives, like again, that's why a lot of people like AEW is because they don't always lean on an extra segment about a crate to add to their pay-per-view. Most of the times you're just getting wrestling, and like that's good for some people. It's not good for everyone. Same thing with WWE. You're getting wrestling, comedy sketch, wrestling, stand up, wrestling, whatever. Like you're getting a different show. And that's why they're different. That's why you can like one, dislike the other, like one on one day, dislike the other another day. Like it's subjective art form, pal, right? Every time we say it, you just gotta get with what the production is. Same thing with like a TNA. It's different too. Good match. Ariana Grace wins the Knockouts title.
Great match.
Oh, well, subjective art form. Anyway, listen, we're 20 minutes into this thing, and we haven't even set up the show. So while you're here,
we've talked about wrestling way too much.
I know, it's
this
awful.
Sucks.
Leave a thumbs up on the video. If you haven't already, I don't know what's wrong with you. I shot first. We'll let that be a message to y'all, and not literally, just to Jeremy. And also, you can subscribe to the channel. We are going forward. We got lots to put out there and a lot for you to watch. You can also donate a super chat any amount, get your question or your statement read on the air. Up now on the channel, by the way, Matthew Mashler from Boca Raton Championship Wrestling, also front row on SmackDown. You saw him all night if you were watching. He was in a dapper blue suit, just sitting right at the corner of the ringside, just doing all the things. He was there. So go watch our interview with him from this past week. That's on the channel. And if you were watching AEW Collision, Madman Fulton was seconding Josh Alexander for the CMLL World Title match. Okay, it was Lance Archer. In the interview that we did with Madman Fulton, we talk about a very funny story where he is not, in fact, Lance Archer. He talks about Lance Archer, the Jericho Cruise, and an experience like none other. So we dropped that one on the channel. They're both about 30 minutes. They're both very fun for very different reasons. So go check them out. And there's plenty more coming. Like I said, my C4 interviews, we're going to split them. 2 are going to be on main, 2 are going to be here. 3 Lodestone Women and Billy Starks. You're going to want to see them. You're going to want to enjoy them. I just finished editing them last night. So watch them when they drop. Okay.
We got to get the Eric Young interview and the Macklin and Tiana interviews up too.
Oh, Christ. Anything else?
No, I think that's all.
It's always just getting the thumbnail done. That will take, and the copy, but we'll get there. Oh my God.
I'll do the copy for Eric Young.
There. That's true. In the EY, they did that match on Saturday. That's okay. We can still talk about it.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's all good. There's something else I meant to.
Most of the interview is TNA stuff that is kind of timeless. So
perfect. Yeah, and then you got a question for Macklin in that EY interview.
Yeah.
Okay, and also at 11 o'clock, so in about a little under a half hour, Hayden Backlund's going to join us. Standout indie wrestler from Buffalo, young kid. He's going to be part of NWA stuff, so we're going to be talking to him real soon. Looking forward to that. He's been on AEW, he's been on Dark, he's been around the indies for a little while. Go check him out, but we're going to invite him onto the show in about a half hour to talk a little NWA for Louis and a bunch of other stuff. Probably some sports, because let's face it, there will be some sports talk. Woof. Anyway. Super chats. Delgado. I already miss Olympic curling.
Man, I was up watching the women's bronze medal game. Unfortunately, U.S. just once again they kind of stumbled into the semifinals with how they played down the stretch, losing games they shouldn't have lost, barely beating Switzerland to get in, and then facing Switzerland in the semifinals and losing, and then bronze medal game, losing that one as well. I'm convinced the Peterson sisters threw that game so Corey TC could not get another medal. That's the only explanation I have for that. And I watched the men's gold medal game, Canada and Great Britain. That was a really good game. Canada won, which shows that cheating does pay.
Louis says Canada got robbed by a gimmicky OT. Jeremy, I told you it should have been a goalie fight, 3-on-3. So to set the stage, took my kid to swim lessons yesterday. And as he gets in the pool, I said, great, now I can watch the rest of this game. It was the end of the third, and then I had to sit through whatever that intermission was going into overtime.
Yeah, I don't like that they do an intermission going to a 3-on-3, like that long of an intermission. I get you, like you want to clean the ice and everything, but it's 3-on-3.
Yep, just let them play, let them fight. Anyway, yeah, the kid's swimming, and I'm sitting on the pool deck with my phone like up against my shoes, and yeah, saw them lose, was not happy. It should have been a goalie fight, but at least they won while my kid was swimming, and not while I was trying to get him changed and ready to move on to the next activity. We got that going for us.
I got up early. I watched the whole game, as I assume people would expect me to. US wasn't the better team. I'm not going to pretend like they were the better team. They got outplayed by Canada. Hellebuck was great. He was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I think 3-on-3 sucks. I said it before, 3-on-3. Like, deciding a gold medal game 3-on-3 is just so lame, because I don't think that's real hockey. Honestly, at that point, it's like a skills competition, and so many things can go wrong, and you just get so many different breaks and everything, and it's just not. It's not as fun. I know, like, the casuals think it's exciting. Idiots like Skip Bayless are like, "Oh, this is so great." No, like, pure hockey fan wants this 3-on-3 stuff. Like, if they did 3-on-3 for like the playoffs, everyone would hate it. That's the great thing about the playoffs is, no, it's 5-on-5. The games might go an extra 3 periods if nobody can score. Like 3-on-3, you're getting a goal within the first 10 minutes or so. And I get it for the regular season. You don't want 40-minute extra regular season games, because then players like that's just too much. So regular season, then doing the shootout, like, it's fine. I'd rather 4-on-4. It was 4-on-4 when Crosby scored the golden goal, and I didn't like that either, because once you've seen NHL playoffs and 5-on-5 and like how great that is, it's really tough to be a fan of 3-on-3 and 4-on-4. But at least 4-on-4, you get a little bit closer to hockey. I don't like 3-on-3. The US won. That was cool. I've said it. Like, I root for the Avs more than I root for the countries and everything. And unfortunately, the Avs players got a lot of blame at finals, because Teos missed kind of an open net. Hellebuck just made a great save with his stick. McKinnon fired it wide on an open net. Kale with a terrible pinch on that 3-on-3, and then McKinnon kind of misplayed the puck and then got bodied off of it by Rowinski. That led to the game winner. It was a rough showing for my guys on Team Canada there, but hey, US won, and cool. Nathan McKinnon's probably gonna like kill everybody in the second half of the season. I feel bad for that stupid little doll that they gave him. That thing's probably. I guess he's gonna give it to his dog, because I can't imagine him carrying him that thing.
Oh, he's gonna dump that thing in the trash at the airport. He was not. He was like, "The fuck this?"
It's a thing that like only Olympic athletes get, so it's gotta be. It's got to be worth some money, because only Olympic athletes are getting this thing.
Sure, pawn it.
So I don't know if like you want to dump it in the trash. Like, I imagine you should just like, he gives it to his wife and is like, just here, this is yours now. And she's smart enough to just like put it in a spot that he'll never see it again, or McKinnon's enough of a psycho where like he'll put it in the locker room, like in his locker, and it'll just be fuel and motivation of like, yeah, I don't want this dumb shit again. Like, we gotta go out here and win a Stanley Cup. I need Brock Nelson to just troll him and just wear his gold medal. Now, he might legitimately murder Brock Nelson, and that would be unfortunate for the team, but Brock just needs to wear the gold medal to the first practice and just let it be a reminder of like, yeah, this losing stuff sucks, doesn't it? Let's not do that. Let's go get this Stanley Cup this year.
He's gonna turn that thing into a voodoo doll so fast. The entire playoffs is just gonna be like Nathan McKinnon, just like poke whoever he's playing. He's just gonna be poke goalie, poke right in the stomach and the thighs. Just gonna wreck him.
I mean, he might. We play Utah on Wednesday. I don't know if he's gonna play that game because Bednar said that the U.S. and Canadian players might not play on Wednesday to save them a little bit since they just played in the Olympics. But then we play like Chicago after that. We have Dallas. It might be Minnesota, and then it might be like Chicago. We have Dallas coming up. Like he's gonna murder one of these guys, and I very much look forward to that. He's either gonna go on a killing spree in the second half, or he might be so broken that it's like the Monstars steal his powers and he just doesn't know how to play hockey anymore. And I'm hoping it's not that, because that would be very unfortunate. I'm hoping it's the former, not the latter. But I could also see that just like, man, his best friend got hurt. Like his hockey soulmate couldn't play in the last 2 games. And, I know that he was ill as well, which didn't help things. And yeah, he might just be broken after this, which wouldn't be good.
That's all right. Ryan Lambert said it's money. It's Monday. Here's money. It's
Appreciate
money.
you,
Here's
Ryan.
Monday. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Tenruza adding in US won hockey but lost morals in the locker room. So funny that he got caught just being there on someone's live Instagram.
I mean, sure, but like we know the Kachuk brothers are just MAGA dudes, so
Yes,
this is not, again, if you follow the sport, where most of these dudes stand, okay? So like you just know where they stand. So it's not surprising that the FBI director was there. It's not surprising that they're going to go to the White House, and just it's unfortunate. And that was honestly like why they won, and I was like, all right, sure. Like I didn't have too much like American pride that they won, because again, I was rooting for my Avs guys instead of any team. So I'm happy for Brock, but it's just we know. Tenru saying I don't follow the sport, so it's surprising. That's fine, but yeah, if you follow the sport, like Kachuk brothers, just kind of dumb as hell.
Like most athletes. Oh my god, who would have thought?
Yeah, and yeah, they're total MAGA dudes. So again, it's not very surprising.
What a wonderful day for wrestling. Anyway, Volub says, poll question idea. You think Triple H opens Raw, or at least opens the retirement section to get the Georgia crowd to cheer for hometown hero AJ Styles?
We can make that the poll.
All right.
We'll just say, does Triple H appear on Raw? Yeah. Yes or no?
He hates being on camera, Jeremy. I don't know if he's going to want to be there.
He'll be there. He'll probably come out during the AJ Styles ceremony.
Probably in DC, meeting up with the Olympians that are coming back. You're going to be part of my fitness plan now. You're peak Olympic athletes. Show me your tools. Not literally. Anyway, you could do that. Yes or no? Just that easy? Triple H comes out?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's already up. I can't see it.
It is.
All right, then. We got about 15 minutes until Hayden Backlund joins us at the top of the hour at 11 o'clock. You saw Steve Corino winning a world title in 2026. Was that on your bingo card?
Yes.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be? I mean,
it's wrestling. I don't know.
Yeah.
What a funny piece of moment that was. Over Premier Wrestling Federation, he came out and he won and became, quote, the first ever 7-time PWF champion, and announced that he is here to stay at PWF exclusively. God bless Steve Corino. I immediately retweeted that, and I said, Janela, get Sandman to go after another belt. And then PWF were like, no, he's exclusive to us, but Janela can come here. I think Janela just converted it into a booking. which is perfect. So I will take half of your.
I would say you get a booking fee for that.
Yeah, I get half of the fee, Janela. That's how it works.
Nice,
Next time he's on the show, we'll bring it up. Oh man, yeah, that was, you know what? Good for Steve Carino. I'm glad that he's still going. I'm glad, like he's still he's still at WWE, isn't he? He's still working for them.
He's still at the PC coaching.
Crazy. So now he's out there winning world titles. You think he's gonna bring that thing around to the PC on Monday? Like, here, kids, with hard work and perseverance, you too could win this title.
He should, and then Ricky should be like, I thought we had to give up our independent titles if we worked for WWE. How are you winning this?
Oh, I'd love him just to be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, Cardona is just there. And it's like, how do
that?
you have this? I had to cancel all my bookings and give up all my titles.
PWF's just like, we're an ID school now, brother. What is the connection to PWF and Carino? There's got to be something, because
he's been there for a while. He's just, that's where he wrestled on the indies for a long time. I don't know if there's really a connection beyond that. I mean, maybe like started, he was training there before going to the PC, and I know Colby was there for the longest time as well. So I just think it's a company he's just been part of for the longest time.
They've done some matches too, Colby and Steve, at PWF specifically.
Yeah, his last singles match was against Colby at PWF. Right. So that was 2021. So yeah, he's just been part of that company for the longest time. So it's in the Carolinas, I'm pretty sure, and it says he was an owner of it. So there you go. That's
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's on IWTV.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
Cool. Hey, good for them, man. They you can go watch the show. It was their 25th anniversary, and good for Steve Carino. I really do hope he brings that belt to work and just says, "Here you go, brothers," and just everyone else is like, "Ah, screw you, you suck." Ryan Lambert reminding us that the Paralympics are in 2 weeks. My buddy Greg is a big fan of the Paralympics. There's some really, really amazing athletes that go and compete. They are worth your eyeballs because they do some incredible things at the Paralympics to a level that is, well, it's the Olympic level. So you should go take a look. Big fan of those. Anyway, what's next? I missed the curling and bobsled. On to LA 2028, maybe. I feel like, is that a winter or is that a summer Olympics?
What, LA?
Yeah.
It's winter, isn't it?
Is it? It's
in 2028 is winter.
Is it
2028 summer. No, 2028 summer. Yeah.
Because didn't we have 1 year where it was both? Like they did winter and summer.
Oh, because of COVID? I don't.
Maybe it was.
I don't remember.
I think we're just
not good enough on this stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the summer games. Yeah, 2028 are the summer games.
Yes, I just said that.
No, I know that. I'm confirming what we were saying. There's no double games, but either way, the Summer Olympics will be in LA. I will not be there. Yes, we get. Thank you, chat. Summer. No, your summer. Anyway, Tenrys is saying, after the interview, please kindly bury TKO in the Fed. No, we're not going to bury everything. There are some things that were entertaining. Beginning of the show, we talked about some interesting conversation there. So if you wanted all of that, you can get it at the beginning of the show. Thank you, Tenrys. We appreciate it.
I'll bury certain things about TKO and the Fed and after the interview. Stick around to find out what.
I mean, does it involve a giant screen and your friends gathered around?
No, this is actual shit that I'm legitimately angry about to them.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that. All right, well, we got a guess in 10 minutes, so I don't know what to throw to in those 10 minutes. What do you want to talk about for 10 minutes?
Is flag football the headliner of the Summer Olympics? This is a thing.
I mean, that makes sense, because can you bring NFL players in on this one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're there. Like that was the whole thing. Is I feel like America's just gonna dominate that, right? Like, are there any good other countries in football?
I mean, they're Canadians, right? CFL is a thing, mostly packed with Americans, but
I don't feel like other countries have good football teams. Feels like America's just gonna Like, you can do. They do flag football at the Pro Bowl. Are NFLers gonna like play that? Like, I don't know.
I mean, if the money's good, you go anywhere.
Well, sure, but will the NFL allow it? It's not even like the money. It's will the NFL allow it? Because one, I don't know how much like Olympic athletes get paid anyway, and
Not much.
yeah, they're not gonna risk that over their NFL contracts either. So I don't think it has anything to do with the money. I think it just has do they want to do this whole thing like just before the NFL season? Like, you're probably not going to get hurt in a flag football game, but also you never know.
You can get hurt in any type of game. You can land awkwardly on your ankles.
Well, yeah,
that's
what I'm saying. Like, you can, but there's less risk in a flag football game than a regular football game.
Fair. I'm thinking about it. I mean, you don't get tackled as much.
You don't get tackled at all.
You can fall. That's a tackle. You can fall on each other awkwardly.
You don't crash into each other. There's no real blocking in a flag football game. Like, there's way less risk. You're not like...
I can't believe the Olympics care about people's brains more than the NFL. Who would have thought that?
Yeah, but flag football is fucking lame, though.
Come on now.
Like, who...
Is it 3-on-3 flag football?
That would be even lamer. But, like, who wants to watch a bunch of, like, flag football? I don't watch the Pro Bowl anymore. I haven't watched it in years, even when it was still regular football. But flag football just seems... I don't want to watch a bunch of NFL dudes play flag football. That just seems like it sucks.
Fair. Someone in the chat pointing out that, yes, the Olympic athletes are paid by both their country and sponsors. And listen, I can tell you from the Canada perspective, there wasn't a lot of money this year on the Olympic athletes. There were a lot of stories coming out, especially about female athletes who were turning to OnlyFans to make the money that they needed to continue training comfortably and to continue finding success in their sports. And it's one of the reasons why, like, listen, I'm fully for making your money how you will and doing it in a way that you feel empowered. I take absolutely no problem in that. I think anyone should be able to make their money. I do wish as well that the Canadian government and the sponsors would come out and like support these people and give them the ability and the safety net to train without fearing, being able to pay the rent or the mortgage or anything else to get them to the peak level that they need to be to compete. That's kind of the worst part about being in the Olympics, or at least being an athlete in a non-popular sport, is that you're not necessarily getting the support that you wish you could get. Which athletes? Honestly, I can't name them, but I'm sure if you look them up, you will find them very quickly. And they're popular. And like, listen, they're popular because they are beautiful people who are they're doing their thing. They're doing exactly what you do on OnlyFans. So it's fine.
Of course, the Louis asked the which athletes question.
Of course. Keeping them honest. That's what we do. What's wrong with a 100% Gooner funded Olympic team?
I mean, look, they talk about all the fucking that goes on in the Olympics. So yes.
They're just giving you a conduit through which you think you could be that person. You can't, because again, the old adage, the stripper doesn't love you. But like, come on, just go and support them. Listen, it's a service. You're getting something out of it. You're getting pictures of a beautiful person who's connecting with you from the content they're creating. You're not their partner, their boyfriend, whatever. You're not. You're supporting them. Think of it as a business transaction.
The Olympic athlete doesn't love you.
The Olympic, it's also true. Oh man,
we've done the Gooner Olympics on this show. We've talked about it.
Should have been our Booker T interview that we never had.
We've talked about all the the fucking that these people could do and the different competitions.
No, that's true. Delayed Grat saying the ancient Olympics were competed in the nude. That's a pure Gooner Olympics. It's true. It's true. And listen, Greco-Roman wrestling, that's why we talk about it, because it was done, you bet, in the nude. That's the way you're supposed to do it. Oh my gosh. Where are we? All right. I was trying to look at my super chats. We're gonna get to them afterwards. Sorry, Tenruza. Keep sending us what you want to talk about, but we're also gonna get to our interview in 5 minutes and then cover the rest of the stuff. 10,000 condoms. Yes.
I mean, I go through that in a week too, so I get
Stop
it.
it. Stop it. Get your dude wipes ready. Can't take you anywhere. Bring your wife and it's even worse. You people.
Joel, you want to start an OnlyFans?
No.
Coward.
I don't think I don't have the confidence for it. That's why I can't that's why I would never ever critique people who do it. Cause if I can't do it, who am I to talk about it? Now, granted, we talk about wrestling, but we don't do it from you can't do the moves. We do it we talk about creative. We talk about, the character stuff because we can make characters. I can't make an OnlyFans. I couldn't do it. Only Joel's maybe.
Joel's. What if we ask Hayden if he would do an OnlyFans? He's gonna enter the show like, what the fuck did I get into?
he's already in it. He's ready. Shall we bring him on?
Yeah, he gave us a thumbs up.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can see him literally everywhere, but you're gonna be seeing him real soon. We'll let him talk about it. The one and only, the based out of Buffalo boy himself, Hayden Backlund joins us now. Good morning.
Did I hear something about you guys starting an OnlyFans?
We were talking about Olympians.
Oh, jeez.
We were talking about Olympians doing OnlyFans, and then that turned into us doing an OnlyFans. Then we're going to ask you if you would do an OnlyFans.
Guys, it is way too early for the OnlyFans talk, but how are we doing today?
Good. How are you? Brannigan has an OnlyFans. Matt Brannigan has one.
He does.
Yeah. I love Brannigan. He's a very good dude. He beat me in an Oreo eating contest, so fuck him. But
he beat me in the ring, so fuck him.
Mutual enemies. How do you feel about Cole Radrick? That guy sucks too, right?
Yeah. The worst thing about Cole Radrick is anytime something bad happens to the Buffalo Bills, he is the first guy in my DMs. So I no on Cole Radrick.
Did you just freeze, Jeremy?
I froze while he was burying Cole. That's very sad. Nothing I love more than a good burial of Cole. And I assume Cole just cut my internet, so I couldn't hear.
He's always
Hayden
listening.
Yeah.
Cole's always listening.
Yeah, he is. He sucks.
So let's talk about it. So you're here on the show with us. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for inviting me.
You got a shiner hitting on there. What's going on?
Yeah, I did a couple matches with NWA this weekend. I faced Mondo and something. I don't know. It might have been from him. I was in a triple threat. You'll see all this, so this will all air. I was in a triple threat for the number one contenders for his championship, and it went right into a match with Mondo. So I don't know if I got this from the triple threat, if I got this from Mondo, but somebody landed a good one on me.
I mean, listen, you do a little shading on the other eye, and you probably look real good.
Yeah. I'll ask the girlfriend. I'll get the Undertaker, the little shade in here. Got a whole new gimmick going.
That's right.
Is this NWA proper? Because I know you've done stuff with NWA Exodus as well.
So I've done a bunch of stuff with Exodus. This is NWA studio taping in Tampa. This is NWA, not one of the territories.
Okay. How's Exodus been? We had Pretty Boy Smooth on. He was very complimentary of it, and I know that's EC3's kind of project here in Cleveland. I'm just not too far away from Cleveland. But how's Exodus been treating you?
Exodus has been great because I would say compared to other indies, you can be something different, also driven with proper storylines. It's not just, hey, go out there, have a match, see you next month. There's things to really bite your teeth into. There's things that the crowd have been following for months. So it's something that you can really challenge yourself as a professional wrestler, evolve as a character, evolve your promo. And it's not just, you got 10 minutes, have a good match, and you're back on the road. There's certain things of this match is important here because it's doing this. So you learn how to be TV ready a lot more at Exodus compared to just a traditional independent company.
How about going and doing TV tapings specifically with NWA? Because we know you've done stuff with AEW before, and that's televised. But what's kind of the difference going from like live kind of arena style wrestling to the studio tape of the NWA? What's kind of the feeling and the difference there?
So one of the things I noticed right away was when you're doing some of the AEW stuff, it's a massive, like, you're away from it, so you can kind of go into your own little like world away from the ring. With the studio taping, you're in it, you know, like you're steps away at all points from, I mean, getting into the Thunderdome, if you know what I mean. Like it's there. I don't want to say it's more personable, but it maybe it is, where you just feel like you have a connection with every single member in that audience because they're there the whole day. They're real close. It's not like, you know, like this guy left to go get popcorn. They're with you. It was a wonderful experience. I hope to do many, many more. It's also good because I'm 24. My first AEW tapings, I was like 19. So it's weird to like really grow in the industry and find my confidence and find like going from, I put on my Twitter like a little funny story. I told some of the boys at NWA, and this just will compare the difference. When I was doing AEW extra work, I would stay up all night being terrified that I was going to have to face Penta. And the reason being, and Cody just came out with a story with it, Penta will call spots where it'll be like, this, I tag my brother and start whistling. And I don't know what the whistling meant. Well, now when I'm like, yeah, it was, dude, and I was 19 straight out of wrestling school I didn't know what meant. So now when I'm at NWA and I'm older, there's no fear. There's nothing. I mean, it's kind of funny. I said Penta, and now I'm saying zero fear. You know what I mean? But there's no fear. There's confidence. I'm not just there to like smile. I'm there to compete. I'm there to attempt to get a job, attempt to make something of myself at that company in this industry. So it's just complete growth is how it feels.
What did you learn from your time in AEW and doing those dark tapings in Jacksonville? I know you mentioned you were 19 and just kind of fresh out of things, but like kind of being thrown into things like that quickly.
Well, it was 100% thrown into the deep end. My first match in front of a crowd, because this was during COVID time, was against Miro. The first time I ever saw fans, I had to face Miro. So it was like, hey, bud, you're in the deep end instantly. It showed me what the difference was between the elites of wrestling, you know what I mean? Like the very top, and what you need to do to get there. Little things of, I am an Irish boy. I do not like tanning, but I tan for every show. You know, like little things of how to look TV ready, how to act backstage, how to act with fans, the things that you're not going to learn rolling around like at your training school. You have to kind of be in the deep end to figure out. And those were a lot of the things I learned at AEW, of just looking at the guys that have made enough money that they have mansions, and you go, what did he do?
I've taken to asking wrestlers this question because the matches are one thing, the car rides are the other, where you all are gathered in a car for hours at a time, talking, learning. What is that one thing that you have learned on the car rides that have stuck with you forever?
Flight programs and how to get free flights.
Yes.
yeah. Literally, like how to save money. It'll be funny. Someone you don't even know will say something like, it's Tuesday, this gas station has buy 3, get the 4th one free. You know, like little things like that you just learn on the road that you take everywhere. You'll always hear wrestling things that you can implement, but it's like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You'll hear some great financial advice in a car because the guy you're with, maybe he's messed up and you can learn from it. You know, I'll probably be riding with someone younger than me that I'll be like, hey, don't do this. So I would say a lot of great financial advice. Like I said, I remember when they taught me, it was someone in Buffalo, but taught me how like, hey, if you use this credit card instead of this credit card, you'll get flight miles that you can fly yourself to shows. everything changed. The game changed. I literally, it was like I unlocked a whole new world. So I would say that as much as I would love to say some like wrestling psychology thing, no, it's Flight
No,
Miles.
that's it. I want the everyday use stuff because I'm using I use a Blue Sky Rewards miles from Amex. That gets me most of my flights taken care of. Like, you're on loyalty programs because eventually you'll get good deals. Absolutely. No, like our chat needs to hear, because some of them are like, I got to go home for the weekend or whatever, and I don't want to take the bus. You want to get quicker? Well,
build your credit, boys. You're getting. I'll go Bob Backlund on this real quick and start preaching things like that. Build your credit, boys. Stay in school.
You had one of my favorite matches in 2023. You're kind of a dick during this match, no offense.
Yeah, that's usually me.
Well, the person you were wrestling is usually kind of a dick as well. So it was against Trevor Outlaw. It was at Slamilton. You kept cutting off Creed, and I was ready to fight you from the front row. So I was not happy with you.
Yeah, I'm not. So I like Creed, whatever. It's the funny bit. It's Trevor will like it more. I'm born in 2001, so I missed all that like divorced dad rock era.
Peak music is what you missed.
Yeah, where Trevor got it. So Trevor loves that. Where I'm more like 2010s. So I'm just like, geez, dude, can we turn this music off? But Trevor loves it. He's a Creed guy. You get him any divorced dad rock, Trevor's in on it.
Is Trevor like Nickelback? I should have asked him when we talked to him. But...
I think you can get him on a couple Nickelback songs.
Yeah,
but if he despised it, I wouldn't be surprised, because it seems like Trevor it's all or nothing with Trevor. He either loves it all or it's don't even turn that on. But yeah, I would say it's Nickelback. I'll go pro Nickelback.
All right. What kind of music then were you listening to in the 2010s?
So I'm a New York kid. I was listening to like rap, more hip hop.
Okay.
But if I do go rock, we all had that little like high school emo heavy metal phase. I'm more of a Slipknot guy. I'm not in the middle of that. So it's like when he wants to listen to Creed, I'm like, we're going all the way to we're headbanging, or we're going all the way to we think we're gangsters. So yeah, I'm much more of a New York hip hop. Buffalo right now, we have West Side Gun, and I mean, you see he's booking, so yes, we have West Side Gun and all of those. So I would say that.
All right, are you Jay-Z or Nas then?
I'm Nas all day. I'm a Nas kid. Yeah, that's the Illmatic was the first like rap album I ever listened to. I was playing basketball and I was flipping through, and NBA 2K13 got me in on it. And the world is yours. That and rap ever since.
I respect that. I grew up like I mentioned Creed. I do love Creed as it's not even like a bit that I love Creed. I legitimately think like there's good stuff that you can sing to.
Yeah, they're good. Their halftime performance was it Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
they did. Yeah, where he's come on, that's great.
It's great. But I grew up on rap as well, so I'm right there with you on the Jay-Z and Nas debate. I side. Jay-Z had bigger hits, but I kind of side with Nas.
I'm a Knicks fan, and I remember when like
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. We hang real banners here, the team that I appreciate, not these fake NBA Cup banners. Although I do respect that the Knicks did not hang a banner. I do respect that. But
are you from Oklahoma City?
No, I'm not.
Oh, so my bandwagon. Oh,
no. Hold on. Hold on. I was.
If I don't hear Supersonics, if I do not hear the words, I was a Supersonics fan, you are a bandwagon.
I'm going to make it worse for you because no, I wasn't even a Supersonics fan. I was a Kevin Durant fan. And that is how I liked Oklahoma City. And I started following from the time he was in the Supersonics. And now Kevin Durant is my least favorite player of all time because of 2016. So it's always fuck Kevin Durant. And you see our ticker down there. He's on his burners and everything. Any shot I can take at Kevin Durant. So I'm not even the fan who's like, oh, I love Kevin Durant. I'm going to follow him from team to team to team. No, I stuck with OKC when he bailed.
And the reason
apologize to me, Hayden.
I'm not. The reason, and it's funny you say the Jay-Z thing earlier. I don't like Jay-Z because when he bought the Brooklyn Nets and he was in on them and trying to make it like the Nets were the #1 team in New York. Also, I don't like Kevin Durant because I thought he was coming to New York and he went to Brooklyn. So I'm fair. I'll meet you in the middle.
That didn't work out for Brooklyn either with him.
They're right back where they started because it's Brooklyn.
Look, if you want some Jeremy fandom for the NBA, check back the show around April.
Oh,
see how he's doing and how he's feeling.
I rooted for the Thunder. I rooted for the Thunder because Cole Radrick is a Pacers fan and blew my DMs up when we lost. Halliburton, choke. I'm like, Cole. So I was happy when the Thunder won.
See, I went to Game 6, which was an unfortunate game to go to between Thunder and Pacers.
Yeah, I thought they were going to win that.
I was hoping they were, but I got a Pacers shirt because I went to the Indiana game, and I sent it to Cole since I knew he was a Pacers fan.
That's nice.
I only sent it after we won the championship because then otherwise I probably would have burned it. But after we won the title, I was like, all right, I'll be nice to my friend Cole, even though fuck him, and I'll send him this shirt. Now, what type of fan are you, Hayden? Like, if the Knicks lose, are you like, all right, I'm gonna go kill myself tonight, or are you like, whatever, it's just a basketball game?
So I'm a little bit of both. Being from Buffalo, like I'm used to heartbreaks.
Fair.
Like it's a cycle. Like I'm never like, oh, this is our year. I'm like, it's coming soon. That feeling, So with all my teams, like I'm a Buffalo Sabre fan. We haven't made the playoffs in 14 years. I'm a Yankees fan. They've been not what they once were sold to me my entire life. So I'm just used to bad sports teams that are just like good but not good enough. So I don't go too much, but it is like I will be checking my phone whenever they're playing type fan. I will be like looking at trade rumors, watching free agency, mad about the play they call, but I'll never be the guy that I'm just going to be like, don't talk to me. My team lost. Don't talk to me. Like, no. Yeah. I'm real close to that, but just under it.
I can't respect that. No, you gotta be all in if I'm ready to jump into traffic after my team loses.
Dude, if you rooted for the Buffalo Bills, you would not be here then if you're like that.
I was about to say your fandom is Bills, Knicks, and Sabres. Like, that's rough. I'm sorry. That's rough.
Yeah. Hey, every day though, we try and put a smile on and say the sun's gonna come out.
Yeah, my wife, she's a Cleveland fan, and she's like, you just gotta be numb to it after all the heartbreaking. Like you got to be numb at this point.
Doesn't even affect you.
Yeah.
I've got the Sens, the Ducks. I got the Jays. I'm up in Toronto, so I follow them.
Oh, hey, how about that Olympic game yesterday, eh?
Yeah, now we're talking.
That Olympic game, eh?
It doesn't really bother me. I'd rather you.
Yeah, Joel doesn't take it too much.
Good.
So
I'm literally watching the game as my son is doing swimming lessons, and it's just like, all right, I don't know what's worse, watching him not try or watching the Team Canada try too hard. Like, what do I care?
So you're a Toronto Senator fan?
No, I'm an Ottawa Senators fan. I live in Toronto. I grew up in Ottawa.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, the Sens started when I was a kid. Like, they started in '91, and I'm not giving up how old I am, but I'm old enough that I was a fan when the Sens came in, and I stuck with it. And the Ducks I've always been a fan of because they had solid teams going from inception. So I just stuck with it, even though
great jerseys. I've always liked the Mighty Duck jerseys in the '90s, and I was gonna say, if you're from Toronto, they hate Ottawa. That's the Ontario battle right there.
They've kind of moved to Montreal. Now everyone just hates Montreal because like the Toronto-Ottawa thing got blown out when Ottawa wasn't doing well. And then started laughing at Toronto because it's like, beat us however many times you want. You still won't win or make it to the Cup final. So, good luck.
And so it's exactly the same for Buffalo and Toronto with hockey, and especially because we're an hour away from each other. So we're always fighting. But, like, we haven't made the playoffs in 14 years. Since 2000, the Sabres still have more playoff wins than Toronto. So it's kind of like, it's exactly the same. It's just relentless shit talking.
Exactly. It's just the way it goes.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Joel.
No, go ahead. You're good.
Okay, I want to ask you about your Paul Heyman get up for when you
Yeah.
were on commentary.
Yeah. So the story with that was I came back like John Cena fast, but I don't know if I could get it to see. I don't know if the scars are showing. Yeah,
Oh yeah, you
I
can
got my
see.
labrum
Yeah.
repaired. I was wrestling on a torn labrum for like 2 years, and it was starting to really affect like my other shoulder was kind of going down because of it, and I was trying to avoid making this rotator. So I put it off for longer than I should have, but I got my shoulder repaired in November. And Exodus hit me out like, "Hey, you want to do commentary?" And all I could think back was to like when Heyman did his first, like hopped over after ECW came down, and I was like that get up and how he just was wild on commentary. And I'm like, I don't want to just be Hayden Backlund sitting there talking about wrestling. What can I do that can like be funny, get a promo pick, and maybe make a couple people laugh? And I went full Heyman. What was wild about that? Somehow all of that was in my house. That trench coat was like my great aunt's that we had. I like it had like fur on it. I took the fur off of it, wore that. I had an ECW hat in my closet. I had boots. I stole a headset from Exodus and put it on. I think the production guys were like, we're down a headset, and I'm walking around outside with it. So that's the story of what I call myself. I think I was like Hayden Dangerously or something. HB Dangerously. That's what I called it. HB Dangerously.
How's the labrum and shoulder doing now?
I mean, good. I'm 11 weeks post-op, and I just had 3 matches 2 days ago. So we're winging it, boys. We're here. We're fighting.
You got youth on your side. You can get away with it. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I've been told. You know, couple weeks there, it didn't feel like it.
I can imagine. Okay. Look at the photo. Tell me what you're playing.
My girlfriend's gonna laugh at this. So I got hit with the thing we've all been hit with. We gotta go to Target. I'm gonna stop and get Starbucks. My mom wanted me to look for this. So I was like, yeah, totally, dude. Whatever. So we went there, and I just snuck away. I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. I went, looked at the toys. I'm like, all right, who they got in stock? They got Cody, they got a red. Like, I just went and looked at the toys, and I saw they had the little Nintendo set up. I've never played Nintendo. I never did any of that, you know? I had friends growing up. I wasn't a Nintendo guy.
Brother.
Hold on, friends. You're young. That's all this is.
Exactly.
We had friends. We still played Nintendo.
Friends came over to play Nintendo.
Yeah.
But I was always a PlayStation guy. Like, I am a PlayStation guy through and through. So I saw that, and I'm like, all right, let me try it. I played like Donkey Kong, and I was there for way too long. And that photo, my girlfriend took a photo, and I looked over because I knew I was caught. I knew I was supposed to be like being an adult, and I was looking at toys, looking at Funko Pops, and playing Donkey Kong at Target.
I used to Target. I don't know if Target. I guess Target still does have that setup, but Best Buy used to have the full-on setup where they had like multiple gaming systems.
Yeah,
you could sit there and play for hours. Now Best Buy's all like appliances. I feel like.
Yeah, Best Buy's kind of thrown in the white flag. It feels like
it's sad times.
Ours still has it. Anyway, okay. Before we let you go, we play a game on the channel. It's called Partner Promo Punch in the Face. Pretty straightforward, right?
Got it.
I give you 3 names. You're going to pick which one you want to partner with in a tag team match, which one you want to promo one-on-one on the mic in the ring, and which one you want to punch in the face, have a singles match. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's rock.
All right, here we go. This is actually courtesy of our own Jeremy Lambert. Josh Allen, Jalen Brunson, Aaron Judge, partner, promo, punch.
Oh, that's messed up, guys. That's messed up. Jesus.
We've gone that way.
Allen Brunson, Judge. I'll punch Judge because outside of this year, my God, has he been bad in the playoffs. He just disappears. He's the greatest hitter on the planet. October starts, and he's swinging a wet noodle. So I'll go Judge, even though now if I take a realistic look at it, he's 6'9". Like, he's a monster.
I don't know if you want to punch that dude.
Yeah, but like I don't. All right, like, Josh.
Josh,
Josh, I
that's
don't
a big
know.
dude too. Brunson might be
know.
your best shot here.
Yeah, but Brunson brought the Knicks back. Like Brunson,
That's very fair. Yeah.
Like I love Jalen Brunson. Like
Yeah, they made the playoffs like once in 11 years before he got there. Now they've made it every year.
Yeah. All right. So I'll punch Judge. Jesus. Yeah. I need that match to be like no DQ or something. I need to be able to. I don't want him swinging a bat. Yeah, that's a tough one.
He gets the wet noodle. You get the baseball bat.
Deal. I'll punch Judge. I'll promo Brunson about, dude, all this isolation ball. We got to run the pick and roll more. We'll argue some basketball ins and outs there. And then I'm tagging with my MVP quarterback, Josh Allen.
All right, I think
I respect those answers.
Oh,
it's one more thing on that. It's kind of funny. I ate a little bit too much for my NWA match. Josh Allen is notorious for he throws up before every game. And he's known for it. It's a thing. I felt it. I'm like, I'm gonna go pull an Allen, put my finger down my throat, threw up, had an amazing 3 matches. So Allen's my partner. I threw on Mr. Brightside too. I was like, I'm showing up for Buffalo. I bumped Mr. Brightside, threw up, and I was like, all right, Billy, I'll show you what I got.
Well, unlike Josh Allen, you were playing in February, so it's a little bit different out here.
Whoa. No
This is coming from a Panthers fan, mind you. I don't know anything about playoffs or anything.
Oh my! We're talking important games.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
Your quarterback's not going to jump on it, is he?
No, unfortunately not. But he's been there, he's been there at least. You got to give him that.
Yeah, been there. Now he's sitting on ESPN giving bad takes. So.
Terrible takes, god awful takes, football and life related.
Everything.
Yes,
with his big hat, with his hair sticking out of it. Yeah,
I don't mind how he dresses, but some of the things he says are not great.
Before we let you go, and before we let you put yourself over, I just remembered. Whenever we have anyone who's done work with NWA, I always ask, "You got a Billy story?"
Do I have a Billy story?
Maybe one, you and him, something that you remember.
So that was maybe the first time I met him. But what I do know is my Billy story is being in study hall and in sophomore year and flipping through music and hitting random on it and hearing the world is a man and liking the song and liking Smashing Pumpkins ever since. So that's my Billy song.
Have you brought up Creep to Billy? Do you know the song Creep by Smashing Pumpkins?
I have not, and off of your buddy's reaction, I don't know if I need to or should bring it up.
I think you should. I think it'll work out very well for you.
You know what? Yeah. You can next time if you run into if you want to buy a ticket to NWA or Smashing Pumpkins show, you can go ask him. I don't know.
I've asked Billy.
I don't know the context, but I know I'm a shit stirrer, and I know those laughs. Me and you guys are too. So I know we're good. We're good.
We had Billy on the show. We asked him.
Yeah, we've had Billy on this show. Yes. He's a good sport about things. I do like Billy. He's a very good sport about things.
And getting me fired before I even get hired.
Fair, very fair.
How you get fired on your day off?
We talked to these guys. They're a morning show. It's a bunch of clowns. Anyway, Hayden, put yourself over. Tell people where they can find you on the socials and everything.
I'm Hayden Backlund on everything: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You guys can catch me out in Chicago, hopefully with the NWA soon, based out of Buffalo. I'm a fun follow on Twitter. You know what I mean? I should probably be streaming on Twitch here again soon, but I'm back. John Cena Royal Rumble returned this shoulder, so I'm back already. So, yeah, you'll see me, and if you don't, you're missing out.
I mean, listen, judging by this interview, he's someone you should be watching. So we do appreciate you joining us this morning. We wish you the best of luck. I'm sure we're going to have you on again. So once again, thank you so much. The wonderful.
Hey, thanks for inviting me.
Thank you, Hayden.
Go Bills, go Yankees, all that. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
See you, boys.
Take care of yourself. Oh, the one and only Hayden Backlund. Fun chats. This is the best one where you just come in and you just go for it. You're gonna come out to creep by smashing pumpkins before you know it.
Yeah. What people
that damn song, and we're gonna be the reason for it.
What people don't know is my wife has to do like PR for me behind the scenes of like messaging all these wrestlers like, please excuse my husband, please do not do any of this, so like they don't get in trouble with everything. So yeah, she has to mitigate a lot of these interviews for me, otherwise they'll never come back on the show.
Swear to God.
Yeah, they will get fired and be like, what, how did this happen?
Always had to get fired on your day off.
Well, I mean, I've been fired on my day off, so I've actually been there before.
Fair. Anyway.
I didn't like that job anyway. It's fine.
Was that the hot tub one?
Yeah. That was the hot tub one. Yeah, I got fired on my day off.
This is why we can't do In the Weeds in a hot tub, because Jeremy has PTSD.
Yeah, I have too much PTSD from doing from hot tubs, so I refuse to be around the hot tub again.
We get it when people be like, oh yeah, I remember this model. It's been 20 years. They haven't changed them since. Thank you to Hayden Backlund.
Appreciate it.
Looking forward to watching him shine. Again, he's only 24. When he hit us with the I was born in 2001, I was like,
oh yeah,
what in the Kimmy Sokol bullshit is this?
He's like, I don't play Nintendo. I have friends. No, you play friends with your Nintendo. What are we talking about here?
Exactly. Ridiculous. Anyway, we'll cut that out and put it on a standalone on the videos tab so y'all can watch it later and tell your friends about Creep by Smashing Pumpkins.
I'm gonna get somebody in trouble with that one day.
Louis, I trust you to do this. That's what I want. 10 minutes is sent to Super Chat saying Joel starting an Only Fine page. It's just fun.
Oh, that's actually good. That's actually really good. Only Fines.
It's
just things that are fine. Joel will post like a Da Vinci painting, like that's fine. That's actually a very good bit.
Why is my baseline so low for everything? Keep your expectations low, kids. You'll never be disappointed. Or keep them so high that everything is just fine. You're suppressing everything. God, I'm going to be talking about this with my therapist this week. Oh, God.
I think you could make some good money. Some good money for OnlyFans.
I'm giving out OnlyFans on this channel. You owe me $500. That's your fine. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Good chat. I loved it. All right. Well, we're back next week now. We still got more. Kiana James and Trick Williams, they qualified for the Chamber. Jeremy, does this mean the youth movement has started? Is WWE finally leaning in to the sub 30 category? Well, I think Trick is 31, or no, one of them is 31. I think it's Trick. Anyway, is this it? Are we doing it? Are they going to win the Elimination Chamber?
I mean, I wish Trick would win the Elimination Chamber. I said that earlier. Like, I think that would be a really like kind of shocking move of, we're going to go with Trick and Drew at WrestleMania. I don't think they're going to do it. I kind of understand why they wouldn't do it, but be bold, actually go and do it. Make a truly bold move instead of if they give us Drew and Cody again. Like, I would just rather them do Trick. I know it's not a main event. I assume it's not going to main event, but it's a fresh match for one, and it does show like an actual commitment to do something different instead of here's the same stuff you've been seeing for the past almost year now. With Kiana, like that one was definitely surprising, but they're clearly high on her, and I think she'll probably have a good showing in the Elimination Chamber. It does serve this purpose of the Charlotte and Alexa stuff. So there is that. I hate to say this, but here's my theory, folks.
Your Austin theory?
No, shut up. I apologize in advance, Alexa Bliss gamer. Okay? I apologize in advance. Alexa's going to win the Chamber. All right?
Oh, I've been thinking about this one too. Go ahead.
She's going to win the chamber, and then she's going to do the whole thing with Jade and everything, but they need a bigger star to be in the match. Charlotte Flair to make it a triple threat match. Jade, Alexa, and Charlotte. And then Charlotte stacks both of them in the triple threat match and gets the victory.
You see, I had something similar but different. It was that Alexa wins the chamber, but she gets taken out. And they either
that's too easy.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what they do is easy. Remember, Road Dogg's doing stuff.
Yeah.
They either do the easy one, or they do the mystery assailant, or you find out it's Charlotte pretty quickly, or it turns out it's not Charlotte, and they do the like the Jade thing, right? It was everyone but the person that they thought it would be, and then it turned out to be the person that people pretty much thought it would be at that point. So I could see it being that, but I definitely thought about the idea that it be Alexa Bliss. However, I don't know if I'm there yet. By the way, we get the hashtag Joel was right. Friday on the show, telling you all that Kiana James was going to qualify, that she would steal the pin, and that's exactly what she did. Despite Jeremy saying it was going to be, I think he said Charlotte, because that sounds.
Yeah, I assume Charlotte was just going to win. It's very obvious that Charlotte loves Kiana James. Like I know they hang out.
Yeah, they hang out.
Yeah, I know they hang out together, but like if you didn't know that they hang out and you just watch the match, like she's selling her ass off for her. She lets her do the bridge pen that Rhea got to do in the Triple Threat Survivor Series years ago. Like it's very clear Charlotte is like, all right, yeah, I'll put you over as strong as I can.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did. They had Kiana steal the pin. They're going to try and make her a thing. I mean, again, she can wrestle. To me, the gimmick for Kiana James has always been the problem. Like, anyone who does this as part of their entrance just doesn't really work, because pointing to your head does not make you smart. It just makes you look like an idiot who says I'm smart. So instead, maybe it's time to freshen up whatever the Kiana James presentation is. Also, she's never been in a helicopter. She just has an AI helicopter or an image helicopter. Bring her
You
down.
don't know that she's never been in a helicopter.
I've certainly never seen it on WWE programming. Therefore, she has never been in a helicopter in canon. Charlotte's been in a helicopter. Showed us everything. She landed at MetLife in the helicopter. It was the night before, but at least she did it. So maybe it's time to do it. Maybe it's time to put Kiana in a helicopter and fly her to the tip top, not the tippy top, the tip top of the division.
All right. Well, Kiana wins the Elimination Chamber, faces Jade at WrestleMania, and she gets her helicopter entrance at WrestleMania.
There you go. She gets taken out by Charlotte Flair, who was actually the one flying the helicopter. Charlotte crashes the helicopter, survives. So does Kiana, but Kiana's more hurt. Charlotte goes into the match, and she wins the title.
We don't need to do helicopter crashes here.
Why not? It's Marvel. Look, all I'm saying is that this woman needs to ride in a helicopter. It's really not that hard. Don't give me helicopter entrances and not give me a damn helicopter.
Well, at some point, she'll get it. At some point, she will. I don't think Kiana's going to win the chamber, but I was pleasantly surprised that she won this match.
Once in a while, you got to put some people in the match that are.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's what they did. Do you expect them to win? No. Do you expect them to have a good showing? You hope they do. You hope they're not just the first one eliminated. You want them to have some standout moments so that you get to elevate them based on that. And we saw Kiana get elevation from doing the Iron Survivor match a few years ago in NXT, and that got her onto the radars of a lot of people. Now's the opportunity to take someone like that and build from it. And like Kate's saying, she'll take the first pin. She could take the first pin, or she could go all the way to the end and then eat the pin at the end. You could do that. There's no wrong way. Pardon?
I don't think she's going to the end.
Well, there's no wrong way to do it, because up until the point where she can sneak pins, or she can just not be a part of any pinfall until she has to take one. Like, there are ways to tell the story with multiple people in a match like that, where the pinfalls are not affecting the person who inevitably gets pinned at the end. She should get a pin.
Well, there's wrong ways to do it if she doesn't have any part in the match and then just gets beat.
Yes, yeah, there are upwards of 8 people in this match. So 8 or 6?
There's 6.
Oh no,
8.
There's 4 chamber pods.
How do you get 8 from?
No, it's because I was thinking about, because it's 2 start, and then you got to do 1, 2, 3, 4. So I thought it was 6 pods for some reason. I don't know, man. It's not an octagon elimination chamber. I don't know anymore.
It's a padded chamber. No,
Yeah, it used to be
nowadays.
circular.
No, I'm all for them like giving these opportunities to Trick and Kiana, even if I don't expect them to win the match, because it's much better than I just figured they would go. All right, they love Damian Priest. Okay, they love Charlotte. Just put them in the match. So I much prefer them trying to get someone new over a novel concept.
Tenruza pointing out, never saw Hollywood Rock in a helicopter. That was a miss with his intro video, but he wasn't flying in the helicopter. It was the helicopter was doing rounds around the city before it ended with "is cooking."
Yeah, the helicopter was just like the spotlight.
Yeah,
for,
it was
for the
spotlight.
Rock.
Was looking for him to put him in the spotlight.
Yeah,
Kiana James is being landed from and therefore exiting the helicopter.
yeah.
Why isn't she in the helicopter, Jeremy?
Ask her.
When we interview Kiana James, never. I will absolutely ask her.
All right.
It'd be a lot of fun to do that. Anyway, Beef Bayonets. What do you think of Obafemi and Kit Wilson?
Oh,
He made a reference to Beef Bayonets. That's your penis, by the way, for those who don't know.
sure.
All right, glad we had that talk. There's not much I have to add to that one.
I want to see Oba against some top dudes. No offense to Kit Wilson. He's good in his role. He's very good in his role. I think Oba actually showed probably what they were looking for here, which is, hey, can you do comedy stuff? And he can. I don't know if that's the best thing in the world, though.
What do you mean? You gotta get there somehow. You gotta start it with a little bit of pizzazz.
No, you don't. Look at the difference between how they book Trick and how they book Oba. Like, Trick is immediately a top dude. He's not doing a bunch of comedy bullshit. He went after Sammy right away, and now he's in the Elimination Chamber. Oba is doing poems with Kit Wilson.
Which is probably the best part.
Like, it's good. I'm not saying the segment's bad. I'm just like, okay. Like, you're not. It's just comedy stuff. That's it.
Yeah. I guess it's still more fun.
Sure, it's fun. I just don't take Oba as a threat.
You should
right now. Like, this is a guy who Drew McIntyre like cost a match to, and was facing Cody Rhodes at John Cena's last match. I'll even say, like, look at what they're doing with Javon. Javon's at least going in the chamber, and he was, beating some guys on his way there. Oba's just doing comedy stuff.
Well, because they're trying to sign him to the different brands, and if you don't sign him, then he's got to do different stuff. They're trying to lure him with creative. Just turns out that both are luring him with terrible creative. You should be like, forget this. I'm going back to NXT.
At least, like, he's probably going to face Rusev on Raw at some point, maybe tonight, honestly. It's not like I'm super high on Rusev or anything, but at least Rusev is serious wrestler who, if you beat him and look impressive, like, it's better than just like, let's put a wig on you. Oh, Gray's made the same joke. Yeah.
Oh, it was so close. I was looking to see if WWE was going to be in Nashville anytime soon for Raw before Mania, but they're not, because Nashville is where Miro is. I thought maybe they do a hometown Miro gimmick.
Nah, let's just beat him tonight.
Really, that quickly, eh? Good for them. And then Brock comes out and challenges Obafemi, or vice versa.
No, I don't think they're doing Brock and Oba. I mean, I hope they do, but
that's true. The Observer was saying it was Brock and LA Knights.
I'm not gonna believe that they're doing some of this stuff until it's actually in front of me. Like, they don't have much goodwill built up right now.
That's fair, but they do have the Elimination Chamber on Saturday. My God, it's a Saturday night show. I'm there for it.
It's always a Saturday night show.
No, sometimes it's Sundays.
When was the last WWE Sunday show that wasn't a 2-night event?
Brother, you're asking me to remember things that I do not remember.
Yeah, because it hasn't happened in forever, and you're just acting like there's a show on Sunday when WWE doesn't do Sunday shows.
Are you sure about this?
And maybe an NXT show, but
That's probably what it was.
okay, so why would you think that they're doing
Clash in Paris was on a Sunday.
sure Sunday afternoon? Like they haven't done like a Saturday night show in forever.
Yeah, well, once in a while you gotta throw them a curveball.
Okay.
That's what they did.
Okay.
Get ready for the next show, which is going to be on a Thursday. It's going to be Cyber Thursday. They're just telling you, man, Clash of Paris was on a Sunday. It counts.
That's fine. Clash in Paris was on a Sunday. It was an afternoon show on a Sunday.
Yeah. Now we're going to do it again with an evening show on a Saturday. Never happens. Very surprised. All right. How did TKO piss you off?
So I'm gonna preface this by saying this is not like a rant. As I saw somebody, I apologize, I forget who. Maybe it was C Delgado, but I apologize who it was. Like, when are we getting the Jeremy rant? It's not a rant. It's not even that. All right, I'm trying to make sure I choose my words carefully here. Nothing to do with ticket prices, nothing to do with blackouts or anything like that. Hold on. I want to make sure I get my information correct on this. So I don't want to, misinterpret, misspeak on anything, because this is actually like an important topic. Okay. Janelle Grant spoke at the Connecticut Alliance to End Sexual Violence. I think it was a convention. It was basically a meeting of how, they talked about NDAs and how to kind of protect yourself from them, and how powerful people use them to effectively control your life. I listened to this whole thing. I listened to it twice, actually, and I'm not saying that as a everyone should listen to it more than once. I actually listened to it twice because I lost the article I was doing and had to go back and rewrite everything. So, but in listening to it twice, I had a better understanding of what she was talking about, and in more clarity and more context of what she was talking about. I'm not going to, I advise everybody to just listen to it for themselves. I'm not going to be able to do her words justice. The article I wrote is not going to be able to do her words justice. I tried my best with it. I feel I did a good job of recapping everything and using the proper quotes and stuff, but her words are what is going to actually do things justice here, and hopefully the court is going to do her justice. The stuff that kind of really stood out to me was she said multiple times that there are people still living in Connecticut who are still fear for their safety and are still intimidated by people who they work for and everything, and referencing people who still work in WWE and work at those offices. And she mentioned that that WWE contacted her and wanted her to give a joint statement that the relationship was consensual, and she didn't do that. So they just put out the statement anyway that it was consensual, even though she didn't agree to that. And obviously she was caught off guard by all of that. And man, it's just a lot of terrible practices and a lot of just terrible behavior from obviously Vince, but just the company as well, to effectively support this and to try their best to just sweep it under the rug or act like it's it's not happening, or I haven't read the lawsuit and stuff. And I don't know what the work environment is there. I have no idea. Everybody's experiences are different, and obviously her experiences, by her account, are objectively horrifying. I just don't know how this stuff is continued to go on, and I think it's pretty terrible of TKO and WWE that none of this stuff has like really been addressed. Bad man gone, and I'm sure things have improved in some way. But the fact that all of it was happening in the first place, and there's been no real accountability for anything. She mentioned the storyline in summer of 2024. She didn't say that it was the Liv and Rhea stuff, but I know people mentioned it. I'm pretty sure we mentioned it as it was unfolding and the parallels to everything. And we said it at the time, did they do it on purpose? I don't know. I can't speak to what their reasoning was behind that whole storyline and the parallels to things that were in the lawsuit. But somebody should have looked at that and just been like, maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe we shouldn't do this. Because you see what we got going on right now, there's a little too many similarities, and we just don't need to bring that upon ourselves. But the fact that no one did, and the fact that like stuff continues to happen of maybe this is a bad idea, and maybe we shouldn't make this a discussion point. Because we gotta have, I always say, like, you got 300 writers. You can't come up with something better than the stuff you come up with. The fact that they don't have those conversations or blatantly ignore those conversations just shows how, like, they're very blatant about what they are and who they are, right? They haven't acknowledged anything this month. I'm speaking about Black History, by the way. They've not acknowledged that at all. The Linda is in the cabinet. Triple H is at the White House every other week taking photos with again, they're very, very blatant about these things. I just felt so terrible for her. Like, she was clearly she made the decision to speak here. She was obviously comfortable enough to go out there and speak and tell her story as best as she could. She said she's left her house like 10 times since all of this went down, out of fear of her safety and livelihood and everything, and not just of like how she's controlled by the NDA and by powerful people, but these fucking god-awful wrestling fans who I don't encourage anybody to read the comments on any of the posts about Janelle Grant that came out over the weekend, recapping everything she said, because they're horrifying from what people have to say. And again, these wrestling fans who think Vince is some like god or whatever because he invented wrestling and so he can do no wrong. Like, fuck, what are we doing, man? I don't know. If you watch that video and your takeaway is anything other than they've made her life miserable, then I don't really care to associate with you, and I don't care if you don't like this show and don't want to watch this show, honestly, because I think it's objectively terrible what she went through, and the fear and the depression in her voice and face as she was speaking and trying to recount this and just trying to get any semblance of her life back together.
The courage that it took for her to do this is commendable. I think that to be on a panel with people who have had similar stories, that goes a long way in being able to tell a story. But then to be able to relive your own trauma and to relive the story that, as you've mentioned, has left her only leaving her house 10 times is that's a big deal. That she was able to do that, and that she was able to find that confidence and find that comfort to do it. It gives me hope that moving forward, this will be a moment that she looks back on and remembers that she can have her life and that she can keep going. I'm not going to say put it behind her, because you don't put stuff like that behind you. You work with it. That is what trauma is. But it is disgusting to have to realize that this is what happened to somebody. And it's awful to think that this is happening. Whether we know about it or not, it continues to happen. You mentioned, why didn't more people talk about it or get more involved in it from the WWE perspective, from the in-house perspective? And the reality is, as you and I know, work culture starts at the top. A lot of what we do in our own job here it has an influence from people who are at the top of the Fightful food chain, if you will. And if we don't have leadership that does things a certain way, we don't feel encouraged to do things a certain way as well. We have a WWE system that has been the same for as long as it was under Vince. People thought it was status quo. Nick Khan came in, and again, that became just an enhanced status quo. You hear the stories, but we make the joke all the time, right? The enemy of sleep. He hates that you're tired. Like, that is the bro culture that comes with it. And unfortunately, it's not just the sleep conversation or the sleep joke that is part of the bro culture. Some people just sweep some disturbing shit under the rug, and it shouldn't be that way. It should never be that way. When you see something, that should be talked about. Wrestling is in a really, really, really weird and annoying place, because the reality is, if you want to follow this dream and you want to do this thing in wrestling, whether you're behind the scenes or in front of the camera wrestling, or if you're just somewhere involved in it, you have so few options to make a living from it full time. And you have so few options to be a part of it in the ways that WWE has created it to be. And yes, there are alternatives, but it's tough to get the job and then try to find a moral superiority at a job when there are no other jobs available in the place that you already had to fight and claw your way to get in the first place. And it's easy for us to say, call it out and be the good person. When faced with a situation, I don't know if we all can do that. I like to think we can, but I also like to think that we'd be in a situation where we don't know where our next paycheck would come from to support our families. I don't know where we would find the next opportunity to get a job that we love in a world that we love. I would love to work in wrestling in certain times, but it would be tough. And I know it's tough. I have these conversations on and off camera with people. It's tough. You don't know when it's coming. And some people look past what's going on and they see the inside circles that come with the opportunities. And that is to make friends with like-minded people who don't feel that way, who want to change the system from the inside and know that it's going to take time and that it continues to take time. And yes, it hasn't taken enough time to get there, because God knows it's been decades of waiting for something to happen. And everyone thought, or many people thought, that Vince being ousted would be the start of something. But as you discussed, Linda McMahon's part of the cabinet. Triple H is part of going to the White House. That sphere of people continue to be involved in something pretty nefarious. in their own right. So it's depressing, but I do find hope, and I do find something positive. I do see the silver lining of seeing someone like Janelle Grant come out and find the courage to speak and to be part of a panel like this, because I think that this can potentially open the doors for her to continue moving forward with her own healing and her own her own life. And it's tough. There's no other way to put it. It's very tough.
I'm glad she seemingly has good people around her now, because, you know, the way she spoke and what she spoke about, it wasn't looking great by everything she said. So I am glad that, for as good as she can be, given everything, like, she seems like she's doing better, but that doesn't take away from everything she had to experience and will continue to experience, because, you know, if this does go to trial and everything, and look, I hope it does. I hope there's discovery. I hope they uncover everything they can uncover when it comes to this. And she's got to relive it all, and that's not good either. So yeah, it does take a lot of courage for her to just even speak out in this manner, because it's going to it's going to have to come up again, unfortunately, if this does go to trial. I hope she does have that moment, and it doesn't just get a bunch of money thrown at it and it gets settled and we just move on again with all of this stuff. And look, I don't begrudge anybody for not watching WWE because of this. I probably wouldn't if I wasn't covering it to this manner that I am. And it's not even about like the creative is bad or anything. It's legitimately like terrible what they are doing and the way they've affected her life and potentially ruined her life. Honestly, like, it's very tough for me to. I have to cover it objectively from a news perspective, because as a news writer, you're not supposed to give your opinion on these things, you know? But on this show, I can give my opinion on things. And I don't have to be quite as, down the middle with these things. And yeah, I wouldn't watch this company if I didn't get paid. And that's why I don't begrudge people who continue to watch and want to support the wrestlers. I certainly don't begrudge the people in the company who still need to make money and still want to do the things that they do on screen and have the platform that they have. And even if they're not speaking up about this, they're speaking up about other issues. Like, I get that. It's very tough to just be like, yep, I'm out, peace. Like, I completely understand why you can't do that. Now, that's why I have respect for certain people who are like, who don't condone and don't try to romanticize Vince with everything, compared to people who are like, still love him. That was not my experience with him, type of thing. But it's a tough situation for fans, for reporters, for the wrestlers in there. I hope no one loses sight of the fact that it's the toughest situation for Janelle Grant. And that even if we're enjoying a certain wrestling match or we're enjoying a certain angle, or we're enjoying our favorite performer or whatever, to still just at least have the thought of, this company's done some terrible shit to some seemingly good people, and support people who do terrible shit to good people.
Yeah. We got a super chat from Tenrisa saying the people and content creators that try to spin this and Brock being at Raw to make themselves feel better for watching this company. It's saying STFU. Again, we can't police, and we're not here to police what people think and feel about the wrestling that they watch. They get to make that decision themselves. They get to decide who and what they support. And again, from Jeremy's side of things, he's covering things from a news perspective, and he is objective in that. Whereas the work that I do is more commentary, but I also try to keep an objective news outlet, news outreach. No, not outreach. I try to think objectively as well as these things. That's why I'm so willing to just look at the sides of the coin that are presented to us, especially in this case, is that there's on its head, yes, absolutely. Day of reckoning, scorched earth, get rid of the bad people. Do not get me wrong on that one. I'm also of the mindset that it's not an immediate fix, but there needs to be something that gets done to fix it. So that's all I have to say about that one. I don't know if you have anything to add.
No, again, I apologize if I set it up that I was gonna rant or whatever, but to me this goes beyond they ticket prices are too high. They're doing blackouts locally. The creative is bad. Here's another mystery angle and everything. Like this is they've ruined someone's life, and it's beyond the silly wrestling stuff that we talk about 95% of the time on this show.
And like Tenruz is saying, news is one thing, content creators is another. Yes, they are two different types of people. And there's a reason why WWE gives certain people a lot of interviews and a lot of space to interact with the talent, and others don't get that. There is a reason for that. And I can't sit here and tell you that, WWE is going to come calling to us first, because there are questions that we have and there are things that we cover that other people don't cover, and they don't like that necessarily we cover it, but they respect the fact that we do it because we have to. It's part of the job. They just get to then, just like TNA, get to choose who does and who doesn't get the time with the people. That's just the way it is. So here we are. What do we move on to? Should we talk about? Well, I had one more thing from SmackDown, which was suited up Shinsuke, but I don't think we need to talk about that.
Sorry.
It's okay. It was literally buried in my notes here. Nothing's in order. So this is what I get.
That's fine. I mean, sure. Shinsuke's in a suit. He'll lose the Tama Tonga next week.
Yes. Are they going to face off? Is that happening?
I don't know. He beat Tama Tonga last week, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, they're more likely going to become a tag team.
Or he lost to Tama Tonga, sorry.
Yeah,
Tama Tonga's on a heater right now.
Yeah, he's winning all the matches with the hidden blade. Or whatever he's calling it. He's not calling it the hidden blade. He's calling it the flashpoint? No, something. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Calling it the tongs. The tongs of Tama Tonga.
The Tama Tongs.
Yeah, the Tama Tongs.
He's got a name for it, but I don't remember what it was. Someone else is going to tell us in the chat. Anyway, did we talk about the thumbnail? We did, actually. We got
Allegedly.
there. All right, let's talk about Collision for a little bit because we got some time left. Denver's is saying if a Revolution, it's Osprey and Styles and Finlay. The David Finlay thing is very interesting to me. Seems like people want him, but nobody wants him as badly as he wants to be wanted.
He's gonna be at New Japan this weekend still, so
right?
he's wrestling at the USA New Japan show on Friday against Fred Rosser. Yeah, there's a spot for David Finlay. I think there might be more of a spot in WWE than AEW. I don't know how well he'd do in WWE, but certainly he could just jump in and lead the Nepo faction, and he'd immediately be a top guy in NXT. AEW's tough because he's good, but they got a lot of guys who are good. And which faction does he fit in? Does he fit into a faction? I don't know where he fits in AEW at the moment, especially because now they're using Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors more. And maybe that's where he fits. Like they just bring the War Dogs to AEW. I think you're just looking at another heel faction, and they aren't getting over the Death Riders, who might be heel, might be babyface, the Don Callis family. If the Hurt Syndicate ever come back, they're going to be lesser in the pecking order than just those groups. So I don't know where he fits in AEW.
If he goes into a WWE scenario, like you said, he could go into NXT and lead the Nepos. Is there a different character that they can try to settle him with or saddle him with that would move him closer to main roster? That's another question. It's how much is he willing to be David Finlay, and how much is he willing to become a different character for the sake of the potential of moving upward?
How much is he willing to be David Connors?
Is that a bad... Wait, wasn't David Connors Terminator? No, that was Sarah Connors. Then who was
Sarah
David?
Connor.
So that's fine. Just call them the Connors, and they can have a harmonica entrance. And
harmonica entrance
about Roseanne Barr. They were the Connors.
Oh, they were the Connors. I was thinking the way you said Connors was like Con-Airs, and so
yes,
then they're just the Nick Cage movie Con Air. That's what they are.
But they're both Nick Cage. So one of them's Nick Cage, and one of them is Andy Samberg pretending to be Nick Cage. Perfect. They're the Con-Airs. They call themselves Tony and Nick, but they don't have last names. They're just called the Con-Airs.
Yeah, they're the heirs to the Con family.
That's right.
All right, I like that.
We got it.
I'm good with that.
And Osprey Styles, well, AJ Styles will be on Raw tonight. We'll see what comes of that.
Yeah, I'm not buying into the AJ to AEW thing. It's a fun story, but that's one of those like, yeah, I'm gonna have to like actually see something here. Is he about Raw tonight? I hope they just do a proper tribute to him, unless they actually have like a good angle to set up out of this, because like Gunther crashing it to set up a Gunther and Dragon Lee match sucks. I would just rather them just do a proper tribute to AJ.
Are you kidding me? That'd be perfect. I still want the Brock Lesnar coming out and being like, "Party's over, Grandpa," and AJ being like, "We're a month apart."
See that sucks too.
Yeah, well, welcome to Raw.
The thing is with like crashing this is you can't theoretically set up an AJ match because he's retired. So the gain out of this is you're setting up another match that's not AJ Styles. And that just seems like a waste of actually paying tribute to AJ Styles. Like, just give the man his flowers here. You can set up a match. You've already done the legwork setting up the Dragon Lee match. You don't need this on top of it. Like, oh, it's heat or whatever. Like, Gunther's got heat. It's fine. He doesn't need more to do this Dragon Lee thing. And they already have the stuff with Dragon Lee. So, but I assume it's gonna be an angle. Look, if he is going to AEW, then sure, make it an angle and murder the man tonight. I support that, because do business on your way out. Don't make him look strong. That's pro wrestling. But if he's gonna stick around for a while, there's like, why crash this whole thing just to set up a match that doesn't involve AJ Styles?
The story should be AJ comes out and he announces he is the new head of NXT. Shawn Michaels. He's going away. It's over.
It would just be the NXT GM. They need
That's
one
true.
still.
And then Robert Stone gets really pissed and he's like, "But I understand." And that's it. He just walks away into the moonlight, Robert Stone. That big yawn, that was exactly how I feel too.
Sure. Robert Stone.
Poor Robert Stone can't catch a break. Tinner's adding in, thanks for rolling out that red carpet for AJ. Yes, takes out Kenny Omega so AJ could come in and say, hey, that's my turn.
Oh no, he commented on AJ, but like everyone's commented on AJ, and they all say nice things about AJ. Like, nobody's gonna be like, oh yeah, AJ Styles sucks. Except Ricochet. Ricochet is, being a heel and being like, he sucks, he can't cut it here, type of thing. Everybody else they're giving their true thoughts on AJ Styles. It's all, he's great, we'd love to have him here, blah blah blah. Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be very funny when AJ shows up and he faces Ricochet, and then that's it, one and done. Just wanted to tell that story. Anyway, the Lethal Swirl is not a name that I want ever again. Please don't call them the Lethal Swirl. Just call them Swirl and get rid of Jay Lethal. That is my one comment on that topic.
Okay.
Blake Christian famously still with AEW despite not being on the roster.
I assume he was on the roster at some point, but
someone probably screwed up and thought they were taking down Chris Jericho, but they took down Blake Christian. Or then maybe they thought Christian was done and they took out Blake Christian by accident.
He's on ROH every week. He was literally on Collision that night. It was just
such a fantastic moment. Stop saying it's an upward. The Lethal Swirl is not an upgrade. You people are awful. You people suck. Tenner's adding in, later note, AEW Collision is on damn fire. So good. It was a great episode. I thought it was a really fun episode. Were the outcomes in doubt? No, but were the stories added to? Yes. I do wonder what's going on with Myron Reed, because the Rascals they had the match against FTR and Myron was like, can I do it? And then the other two were like, no, we're undefeated. And Myron just kind of had to go with it. I don't know if that's going to lead to something or nothing, but like, this isn't the first time we've noticed Myron Reed being like visibly annoyed that he's not working, except for when it's a trios match. He didn't have a singles match last week.
He teamed with Dez in the number one contender match.
He did. I could have sworn he had a singles match though. Then maybe I'm just forgetting. Maybe a multi-man singles.
A multi-man singles.
You know
like a three-way or a four-way?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna double check it, but yeah, the Rascals and FTR had a great match, and looking forward to when they do that.
Do we think that he hasn't had a singles match? By the way, I didn't think so. He's just had the one match where he teamed with Dez and they lost.
Okay, then maybe I thought maybe he did for some reason.
Do the Rascals get added to the Revolution match now?
You could make the arguments. I mean, they did go on Twitter and they were just like, we beat FTR, and that's great. But yeah, I don't know. He wasn't in the parking lot brawl, by the way. He was a part of it though. He did have a spot in there.
Yeah. He did stuff, but he wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't officially.
Yeah. They could do a triple threat, which would break up the monotony of doing Bucks and FTR, which is good, especially because we're back to Bucks and FTR. It's babyface Bucks and heel FTR. We've seen that, haven't we?
It's been when FTR first came into the company, we kind of saw that. I don't want to make it seem like Bucks and FTR is something they run every week. It's been a year since everything. Yeah,
but it does break up the idea of doing Bucks and FTR to some people, quote, again.
Right. I'd put the Rascals in it. I don't think they will, but that was my first thought when the ladder match was the last one, right? The ladder match. When
didn't they have a really not so great one after that? I gotta look it up. But someone's gonna look it up for me, or we'll figure it out. But go ahead.
I don't think so. I mean, the ladder match was the last one I remember. Anyway, if they had something after that, my memory sucks. So.
Oh, you and me both, brother.
My first thought was they were gonna put the Rascals in it, but then they did that post match angle where they beat up Papa and Brother Buck, and so that made me believe that it's just gonna be a 2-on-2 match, because I don't know why you run that post-match angle and then put the like it feels like the Bucks need to kind of settle things with FTR. Maybe FTR beats the Rascals and then you run the 2-on-2 Bucks and FTR match at the next event, but I don't think they will.
So Dynasty 2 years ago was the ladder match, and it was the
Yes.
tournament final. Yeah, like you were saying, just confirming it.
Okay.
What you could do
That's
if you want to
that's
add
when
the
we got.
Rascals,
It's when
yeah,
we're all jacking off again.
hell yeah. Anyway, that that could end up being the Rascals beat the Young Bucks in the next week, and that influences the change to a three-way because the Rascals beat both guys who are going to be in the title match.
They
So,
already
like,
got the title match. Like, why are they even facing the Young Bucks though?
I don't know. Same reason they got an FTR title. They got or an FTR title eliminator. They got into it by basically goading them into it. So do they do it with the Bucks, or did the Bucks say something like? There is a way to get them onto this by having them win a match that then influences Tony. Again, they can use influence. Maybe they just smoke up Tony, and Tony makes a decision while he's stoned. Who knows?
They don't even need to. They don't need to use influence though. They have the match. Like they can just be like, we want to be added to this, and it's like, well, all right, you guys have the match. But if I'm the Rascals, I wouldn't even want to make it a three-way though. I've beaten FTR in a 2-on-2 match. Why do I want to make it a three-way and effectively decrease my odds? That sounds dumb.
Well, the Rascals are exactly that. They've smoked their way to stupidity. So now we're doing all this.
Well, they just showed on Saturday. They're not stupid though, because they got this eliminator match when they probably didn't deserve it.
Well, I think they just hot-headed the FTR into getting that match.
Well, again, they're smart though. They were smart enough to know that FTR is a bunch of dummies, and they would agree to it.
The FTR should have just smoked with the Rascals. Would have been easier.
I'm all for them agreeing to just everybody just smoke and get along, and then we can cancel wrestling altogether.
That's right, Lexi Nair. Go smoke with the Rascals. Stop saying, "Oh, I'm a professional." No, you're not. Go smoke. It's fine. You could do FTR and the Rascals either on a big Dynamite or do it at the next pay-per-view. You can do it at Dynasty. Would be very funny to do it at in Vancouver, where everybody just gets high all the time.
I think they'll probably do it on Dynamite. We still got a couple weeks before Revolution. They'll probably do it on Dynamite before Revolution. Yeah, with the post match, that's where I was like, you probably got to do a 2-on-2 with the Bucks and FTR. Like, you can't do a family attack and be like, we're gonna settle this and get our revenge in a triple threat match. That seems weird.
The way to do it. That's it. Bring your families to the show. We're all gonna fight.
Yeah, that seems a little bit weird. Collision is on at 8:00 on site. It's a taped episode. It will be up against obviously Elimination Chamber, which is on a Saturday and not on Sunday. But it is on at 8:00, not earlier, unless they announce it. But TNT, so I'm literally looking at the TNT schedule right now. They got college basketball on all day, so I don't even think there's a spot where you can move Collision to, unless you move it to like 11 in the morning, which I don't think they're going to do.
I'm okay with that. Let's do it.
And it might actually get a late start, honestly.
Yeah.
Because it's going to start right after college basketball. So there's a game at 5:30, and then there's a post show at 7:30. But that works under the assumption that the game lasts 2 hours, and anybody who has ever watched college basketball can tell you those games do not last 2 hours.
Fair. Counter program TNA, you don't want that smoke. TNA's got a big show this week. Don't ask me what's on it because I didn't watch last week's yet. But didn't we all watch? Anyway, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they do with it. But yeah. I do want to shout out. I know they've been doing it for a while, but the video packages lately have been crisp. They've been clean. They've been simple. They tell you the story and then they lead you forward with it. They did it with the MJF one, with the Hangman and MJF stuff from Wednesday, and then leading into the House of Glory stuff with MJF and Zilla and later Andrade. And by the way, why the hell is MJF referring to himself as Big Hebrew?
I'll let that man live.
I can't let him live. Big Hebrew is not the name. El Mencho is what I would have called him, but then we found out El Mencho is someone completely different because a mensch in Yiddish culture is a good person. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah. But you can't do that. Big Hebrew, call him a Hebrew Hammer, but I feel like there's going to be some sort of legal ramifications involved, some ceases and desists. Just don't call him Big Hebrew. Big Hebrew seems weird. But if he wins the national title, he can call himself Hebrew National. at which point he would be just on par with those Chicago hot dogs you get from Hebrew National. They're kosher too.
What if he's like the he is all caps instead of him? What if he's Himbrew?
He's Heb.
Yeah, he's he.
Shout out to
He's
Lawrence, by the way.
Hebrew.
Lawrence reminded me about Just 5 Jews the other day when we were at C4, and he's like, it's really upsetting that you never got to pitch Just 5 Jews to Max. And I'm like, oh, I could still do it. We could still do Just 5 Jews. We just have to change it up a bit.
What do we have to change it up a bit?
Well, just 5 guys is gone. So we'd have to do Just 5 Jews, but we'd have to find another way to angle it for Max.
I feel like anything I say will be not taken well. So
well, great, say it anyway. Let the people clip it for later. I loved the CMLL title match. By the way, it was great. I mean, Claudio and Josh Alexander can go, and I was going to enjoy that match regardless. But doing the photo at the beginning is the CMLL thing to do. But it's so funny watching Tony just like awkwardly try to cheese for the camera, and Marina and Lance Archer being on either side of their guys. I get it. It is the traditional way they do it, but it looks so out of place in Collision. It was a great match, though. It was a really fun match.
Bless Tony. He's very awkward in these things. He's always been, though. That's part of the charm of Tony is that he's very awkward in these. People are like, oh, Tony Khan's put himself on TV. They're doing the CMLL tradition. Yeah. When Tony Khan opens the show and is like, hey, everybody, cheer for Hangman Page, then I'll have an issue.
And they're in West Virginia.
Yeah, then I will have an issue with things. Until then, he's just doing what they do in CMLL. It's fine. Yeah.
They wanted to be respectful of their partners, and yeah, like you said, that's what they do. It was just
they did it before too. It's not even like that's the first time they've done it.
They have done it before. I think it's just funny. Like, yeah, Henry mentioning Marina was the Claudio second, and that was funny. It was just the height disparity. It just everything about it was high comedy for the dumbest reasons. But then they went and had like a great match. So who am I to say it's bad? Yeah, TK comes out and says, "Are you ready?"
I'd actually love if Tony Khan just did this whole bit where he just made fun of Triple H and how much he loves me. He should start doing, at the very least, do the executive producer thing, because that's so stupid. And so I need every AEW show to end with executive producer Tony Khan. And then it says, like, unless you didn't like it, and then he puts the blame on somebody else.
RJ City.
Yeah, RJ City's actually good. Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, yeah, just 2 bald guys beating the shit out of each other. That's what you need. And then Megan Bain beats up Becca. Poor Becca. She's been on our show before. We love her. But crowd was into her, which was nice. And Megan Bain had a great beat 'em up with her. So really can't complain about that. It gets Megan Bain further up. I have questions about why you're doing Takeshita and Mox as a no time limit gimmick. I know why they went to the time limit draw. It's just you took one of the things that makes the Continental Championship special, or at least different, and you just threw one of the big stipulations right out the window. That part I was a little like, I wouldn't have done that. I would have increased the time limit. I think that would have been.
Well, the time limit's 60 minutes on pay-per-view. Well, so they didn't even need to increase the time limit. They haven't really hit that enough. What?
They haven't hit the 60-minute time limit thing enough for us to have it in our head.
They hit that. No, this was SB3 and I's whole complaint on Thursday is they did hit it on Wednesday. Okay. Is they did talk about it, and it's like you literally just said it's 60 minutes, and now you're like no time limit. This makes no sense. And like I said, like I think it was just, we're going to make this match feel a little bit more special, and it looks better on a graphic to say no time limit than, hey, it's just a Continental title match. Please remember that it's a 60-minute for a pay-per-view. So that's all this is. Now, I do think it's dumb that it's a no time limit, unless you're going to go over 60, which I don't think they're going to do. But you know what? If they go over 60, then it's like, okay, there was a reason for this being no time limit. But if they just go 34 minutes. You could have just done the 60-minute stipulation.
That's fair. They need to go 61 minutes. That's exactly what needs to happen.
I do like Grace's idea. They should have done the 60-minute time limit, and they went all 60, and then you give them a 15-minute break.
Yep.
Because you got to have the break in between for no fucking reason. And then you do rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, I like the 3-on-3 because you just got to change the canvas. That takes 15 minutes. That's the overtime.
You just settle it in rock, paper, scissors, though. Not an actual wrestling match.
Yeah, kick each other in the dick until someone submits. Thunder Rosa's back. She beats Julia Hart. I like Tekla. I like her as the women's world champion. I like that it changes things up. Sorry, she comes out afterwards.
Thunder Rosa and Julia Hart had a match. Anyway, Tekla, I like her.
What do you want me to say? Like, the best part about Thunder Rosa was when she went on Instagram afterwards and was like, hey man, like, wrestling is fun, but don't be an asshole. Like, that was probably the best part of Thunder Rosa's weekend. She had a perfectly salvageable match with perfectly fine match with Julia Hart. But Tekla coming out and just my one thing with Tekla is like, she's so fun to listen to, but then you hear her just say toxic over and over again, and you're like, what's that supposed to mean? That's the only thing I really need.
With the taste of your lips, I'm on the ground. Your toxic tongue got me running.
Anyway, I do love that she called Thunder Rosa one of the dumbest bitches alive. It's the delivery that's great. Sometimes it's the content that I'm just like, what does it mean to make AEW toxic? What is that supposed to mean?
I just told you.
Stop it. She's toxic. That's all you need to know. That means everyone needs to stay away from her. That's fine. Like, yeah.
Toxic is a great ass song. Just come out to Toxic. Let's go full bore with it.
Do a fucking hardcore version of it.
With the taste of your lips, I'm on the ground. Your toxic tongue got me like Ben.
That was awful. It's like a 5-year-old trying to do it. Where's Lucky Ruckus? We got ideas for him too. Didn't say they were good, just said we're going to do it. Oh, man. Anyway, I don't know if you have anything to add about the Tekla stuff or Thunder Rosa for that matter.
No, I also like Tekla. She's been great since coming to AEW. Thunder Rosa and Julia Hart was a Joel Pearl fine, and Thunder Rosa just got cleared, so it's been a while since her wrestling.
Yeah, why not? Was there anything else from Collision that stood out to you? I guess there was the trios match with the Demand and Jet Set Radio. They retained.
Yeah, that sucked. No, it was a good match. I don't.
You thought the Demand should have won?
Yeah. Hangman doesn't care about that belt,
Yeah. I don't know who's going to take that title other than the Ops at this point.
The Ops.
It's like the Ops are just going to come back in 2 weeks and like beat Jet Set Rodeo and win the titles back. Like, if Mimosa Joe comes back in time, it's going to be him, Shibata, and Hook. They're just going to win the titles back.
The Ops.
I know. That's the team I got.
He's the leader now. He's recruiting.
Yeah, well, maybe he's recruiting Samosa Joe to come back.
Yeah, the Ops are just Hook.
Well,
right now,
Shibata will come back. If there's one thing Tony will do is bring Shibata back.
I mean, sure, but man, I like how Hook is in charge of this group by default. And he's like, I'm recruiting. Bless Hook. Seems like a very, very nice guy. Those videos are... He's just like blankly like reading the cue card in front of him. There's no emotion. And I mean, I guess he's the cold-hearted, handsome devil, so I guess it sort of makes sense. But like, there's just... I don't buy anything he's saying. And of course, they don't actually do anything with him to make me buy it. Like, they're just doing these video packages, and it's like, I'm the leader now, even though I haven't won a match in like 5 years, and the people that I have beaten all suck. They need Samoa Joe back so bad. I don't care how bad Joe's hurt right now. Like he's got to be on television just cutting promos. If he can walk, put him on television. Even if he can't walk, I don't care.
Just put him in a wheelchair and just let him go.
Yeah. They need Joe really bad because Shibata's only got the voice gimmick, which is still fun. And Hook just he ain't selling this stuff too well.
He should get the voice gimmick. Hook should get the voice gimmick. Anyway, Tenru's adding in at the appropriate time talk about how fire Tekla is. Well, we did. And then
Joel's appropriate time was, I mean, sort of appropriate, but also just anyway. Here's this match. Tekla, great.
I mean, what do you want? It was the appropriate time. And TK saying TK got to do Britney Spears toxic for Anarchy in the arena.
Hell yeah, that would actually rule.
That would be our moment. That would.
I'll pitch that to Tony and see what he has to say.
I said it, man. I asked Billy. Did we?
I'll pitch it right now. Hold on.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Hello, Tony Khan. Can we please have a women's Anarchy in the Arena match with Toxic by Britney Spears playing throughout? Thank you. There we go.
I like the part where you say thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying to be kind, you know?
Politeness goes a long way. I won't.
Yeah.
From you. I think so too.
I've tweeted Tony. We'll see if we get a response. I'm trying to accomplish two things here. I'm getting us a women's Anarchy in the Arena match, and I'm getting a Britney Spears song played on it. So yeah, we're gonna go full bore here and get some shit done.
Look at us, equal opportunity here. Finally, Tenriz is saying Nick Wayne returns. Christian and Cope to follow. Good to see Nick Wayne in the ring. Came back for I assume it was the ROH tapings.
Yeah, ROH. I forgot who he wrestled, but it was a proving ground match.
Oh, god damn it. Defend your title, Nick Wayne. It's time. It's been months. Strip him and Bandito of their titles, respectively. It's time. It's time to get new Ring of Honor champions. I love that I did the interview with Billy, and the first thing that Kimmy said to me was, "Did you ask ROH questions?" And I said, "Well, what is ROH?" By the way, that interview, we did not talk about Ring of Honor. No.
Hey, do you think you should win the women's title anytime soon?
What do you want me to say? Like, hey, Billy, we see you in Ring of Honor a lot. Comment. That's it. Just us staring at the camera. Anyway, go watch it. But it's good to see Nick Wayne back. Cope and Christian, yeah, maybe by the time they get to Vancouver.
I don't think they're doing anything with Nick Wayne. That story's past.
I wonder, that's the other thing too, like the Cope and Christian stuff, I assume they're coming back for the Canadian loop. Only because it's the Canadian loop. That's the only reason I have. Like, I have no information otherwise. No one's told me anything. Adam Copeland ain't going to tell us shit. So, yeah, I don't know.
Well, FTR is, they've had the history of attacking families even before this past week. So it's a pretty simple setup of we beat up, who was it?
They beat up Beth.
Yeah, they beat up Beth, but that was Jericho. I was thinking of Jericho beating up Bandito's family and stealing. Yeah. Well, they beat up Beth. They beat up the Bucks family. We'll pretend they beat up some other people's family as well.
Maybe they'll do the Triple C. Maybe Captain Charisma Christian is going to actually be Christian, Cope, and Chris Jericho. The Canadian connection.
Canadian connection. Jericho would love that.
I'm sure he would.
Hi, guys!
I'm sure he'd be all over that.
Jericho would think that would be great.
More people should beat up families in wrestling.
Well, they kind of do that a lot, if we're being honest.
That's fair, I guess. Anyway, do we have anything else today? We got a Raw preview, I guess.
Yeah, they've announced stuff for Raw.
Wow, that seems awful.
Once. Yeah.
How would you do that? Tonight is a tribute to Alan Jones Styles. He will be live in the arena. WWE said on their own preview, so he will be there at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. There's also a men's chamber qualifier, the final one. Jey Uso, yeet, Bronson Reed, and the original. The what was it? What was the club? The original. The only
The
one.
OC, the only club.
Those, what did they call themselves? They were the original, the something, the only one that mattered. I forget what the middle word was. Anyway, OG El Grande Americano is going to be the third person in the qualifier. El Grande Americano is about to join.
I assume. I mean, Bronson would be the correct choice here, which means Jey Uso's gonna win.
I mean, you gotta do something. Jimmy and Jay are on a collision course for Mania. They're going.
Are they?
Yes. The stupid Jimmy being like, I want my brother to win the Elimination Chamber and go back to WrestleMania. It's like, motherfucker, you have the tag titles again. Why don't you want to be tag champions? And like,
he's being a supportive brother.
Oh, supportive people in wrestling are all fake. They're gonna go nowhere, but they're gonna have a match. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. The women's qualifier is Io Sky, Raquel Rodriguez, and Kairi Sane. This is a fun one. Basically, it's the whose partner will be joining them in the chamber.
Is it?
Roxanne's not in there.
Yeah, Roxanne's not in there. I assume Io wins. Raquel would make some sense though, but I assume Io wins.
They mentioned it on Friday. Io was like, "May the best woman win in the chamber." Like we're fine as tag champions, but may the best woman win when it's a chamber. So they kind of did plant that seed. Kairi going into work with Asuka in the chamber, that makes sense. But yeah, Raquel being the person, just a big girl who like beats everybody up. That's the other one that you could do. So yeah. Liv Morgan's going to make her WrestleMania decision. Jade Cargill is supposed to be on the show, I think, this week. Yeah. They promoted her. So there you go, Stephanie Vaquero and Liv Morgan. I assume Liv is going to pick Stephanie. That makes perfect sense after the verbal Spanish undressing that Liv Morgan was given last week. They made her cry, Jeremy.
Should swerve everybody and just pick
the NXT Women's Champion. That's right. Who is that?
JC Jane.
You would. the always perfect JC Jane. There you go. Yeah. Liv and JC. Brock Lesnar is going to show up, and then Natty versus Maxine Dupree. We got to do that one in Atlanta.
Brock Lesnar is going to show up during Natty and Maxine Dupree.
Honestly, don't care where he shows up. Just make it quick and painless. Just get him in and out.
Yeah.
Oh, you should pick the TNA Women's Champion. That's an easy win for Liv.
That's true. Yeah.
I picked the Knockouts Champion, and Ariana Grace comes out and be like, "It's me." She's like, "I'm gonna kick your ass." The tradition of TNA wrestlers losing, TNA champions losing at WrestleMania in record time continues.
How many people are in the chamber right now?
Everyone except one, so 5. 5 out of 6 on both men's and women's.
Okay, and then they got the extra Elimination Chamber match tonight.
Yeah, tonight is the final final qualifiers.
All right. I had a very bad idea that
it's typical for this show.
Yeah, that like I could see them doing just because they're WWE. Yeah. Brock just like puts himself into the chamber.
Oh, they would do
that. What if Brock? Ooh, all right. You know what? I'm gonna go with this idea. He can't put. I mean, I guess he can put himself, but there will be 6 people who have qualified.
Oh, LA Knight is in the chamber. Shit, you're right.
What if Brock takes out LA Knight and he just takes his place in the chamber? And that's how we get to Brock and LA Knight at WrestleMania as well, because LA Knight interferes in the chamber to make sure Brock loses.
It's funny because us snarky assholes will be like, well, he didn't take out Javon or Trick.
Well, they might do that, but
he'll just pin them first in the chamber.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, I absolutely see that happening.
I hope I'm wrong, but
he's gonna beat up. Yeah, you're right. Well, you got one. You got a lot of half tag teams again in the women's chamber. I think it's going to be another half tag team in there. Raquel would make sense, I guess, because again, like Asuka and Kairi, but you don't have like Asuka's in the chamber, Alexa's in the chamber, and Rhea's in the chamber.
Right.
And I guess you can say Kiana James because Julia too, but they're not really contenders. But like everyone
How
except,
dare you?
well, everyone except for Tiffany has a tag partner in the division. Nobody has their full tag team in the chamber yet. You add Raquel Rodriguez, then you've added another half tag team into the chamber, which basically shows you that Tiffany Stratton's going to win the chamber match because all the other women are going to be part of the women's tag title feud at WrestleMania.
It wouldn't shock me if she won the chamber match because we got to do Tiffy and Jade one more time.
That's right. This time, no one's ankles are injured or knees or something. I forget what it was. She was injured. Anyway, that's Raw for tonight. 8:00, Netflix. You can watch it. You can not watch it. I don't care. Just know that it's on. And if you want it, you can watch it. Jeremy, let's wrap things up.
I do want to promote this because I forgot on
that I don't actually promote. Fuck, fine. Sure.
What?
So really the one time I don't ask if you have something to plug, you have something to plug.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
I meant to do this on Friday. I apologize that I didn't do it on Friday. So I'm going to try to do it every day this week, but my memory sucks, and my memory sucks. February 28th, Action Wrestling, and the team behind oh my god, I lost my train of thought.
My bad. Action Wrestling and the team behind. Is this a talent announcement? Are you?
No, the team behind Dean. Sorry, and then I was getting messages. Yeah. Sorry. Action Wrestling and Dean, they have their Death Valley Days Road Report event. Again, that's this weekend, February 28th. You can go to actionwrestling.com, actionwrestling.square.site is there. But our pal, Matt Mako, is wrestling Karl Malenko, and I should actually try to get Matt on for this show because that's a sweet match, Matt and Karl Malenko. So I'll reach out to Matt, see if we can't get him on this week to talk about that match. But Action Wrestling does a lot of cool stuff, and everyone should support Action Wrestling.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be on IWTV, so everybody can check it out on IWTV.
A lot of really good stuff on IWTV these days. They don't pay us to say that, but I will say it because there's a lot of good stuff. Shall we do the other things that wrap up the show?
Yeah, what was your moment of the weekend?
Ooh, my moment of the weekend was watching R-Truth, the idiot savant that he was, do exactly what he does and tell us what's in the box without telling us what's in the box. And then Big Hebrew. Got to be on brand somewhere.
Big Hebrew. My moment of the weekend was watching Butterbean knock out Johnny Knoxville. Butterbean was okay.
I'm sorry. Did I miss this? You were watching this on the replays. You were watching the movies.
Yes. That's the joke, Joel.
I don't like that. Sorry. Now I'm working on something.
Okay.
I
wasn't working on anything. I just legitimately lost my train of thought.
You said you got a bunch of messages that just
then messages came through, and so then it threw me off even more. But I will take ownership. My brain just broke there for a second. I could not think of Dean. I just couldn't think of it.
No worries. We are back tomorrow.
Our poll question.
That too. You could have just transitioned that one yourself, but you didn't.
Does Triple H appear on Raw? 24% said no, 76% said yes. There you go. I assume we will see Triple H on Raw.
He'll be in the background when Brock comes out to add himself to the chamber.
Yeah. I still think he's going to do the Charlotte Flair nonsense.
Did we ever find out? Are we ever going to find out who made the call to was it reinstate Braun Breaker?
Oh, I thought it was Heyman.
But no, he got a call from someone higher up. Adam Pearce did.
Oh yeah, no, didn't Heyman get a call from someone higher up, and he was like, "Oh, this is somebody nobody wants to talk to, including Triple H." Like, wasn't that the tease?
God, who knows?
No, it was on like Logan's vlog though. Like, it wasn't like real canon. Yeah.
No. But they did something on Raw where it was someone bigger than you, someone higher than you.
Oh, they just say shit, man.
They really do.
They just be doing shit. Like, unless they ain't got a mask on. Yeah, who attacked Fatu? They just kind of like dropped that.
I feel like we're gonna get to that one. I hope we do. Maybe we won't.
No, they just be, maybe the mask man is behind all. Maybe the dude in the crate is behind all this.
Yeah, someone called Pierce. That's what it was.
Oh,
someone above him called
Scott Steiner.
Maybe Scott Stanford. He used to have a lot of pull in that company.
Yeah,
from his studio in New York.
Yeah, Naomi attacked Jade. That been solved.
That was a moment. People were all up. And Bianca in her pod just freaking out horror movie style. That ruled.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. It should be Danhausen. Detective Danhausen says you can't put this man in there. You can't suspend him. You need to unsuspend him right now. So the mystery machine.
No, I'm all about Detective Danhausen. I mean, we created that gimmick, so obviously I would like to see it come to television.
Anyway, I'm working with Mystery Wrestling to nail down an interview coming up, so we will have some Mystery Wrestling conversations coming up real soon. And I think we're going to have a lot more of those Mystery Wrestling conversations coming real soon because it's going to be fun. We got plenty to talk about with them. So stick up and stick around and be with us 5 days a week, 10 a.m. Eastern. It's not me and Jeremy. It's Jeremy and SP3. Do we do a weekend show? Who knows? Steve Macklin might need a job.
Steve Macklin's a coward.
Yep, telling us he can't do it. And I was like, that's coward shit. He could do it. I'm sure if we gave him busted open money, he'd do it. And we have busted open money? Who knows?
I wouldn't blame him if he didn't, honestly. What did we accomplish today, Joel?
Oh, man, we accomplished Hayden Backlund. The next rising star is, in fact, a big sports fan with a shiner and also has terrible taste in music. I mean, the rap stuff, he got that, but, doesn't like Creed, and he should like Creed. People we interview usually end up on TV by the end of the week, so you can look forward to that. And finally, if you're thinking of watching the wrestling you like, then watch the wrestling you like. Also, Big Hebrew.
I think the biggest thing we accomplished today is it's okay to just not like this shit and realize that some of these companies just suck.
They all suck in their own special way.
Danhausen's still on the AEW roster page, by the way.
One day we're all going to realize that they're not going to make it the big thing that AEW made it to be. Once you're off the page, you're off the page. Eventually, that bit's going to finish. That's going to end.
Chris Jericho's still on the roster page, too.
He is. He will forever be on the roster page. Anyway, we're back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. Jeremy Lambert, SP3, and a whole plethora of conversations about what only they know.
What?
What's the main event tonight? Is it one of the triple threats? Sorry, buddy. You'll be talking about Raw.
Probably. I assume it will be. I actually think they'll close with like an angle. It feels like they'll close with the AJ. Yeah,
that's fair. So that means that if Natty and Maxine are the match before that, you get to have the conversation. Does it count or does it not count?
No, it counts. We've had that conversation. No, like it's still the last match. No, the AEW thing was different because it was a time limit, wasn't it? What was the AEW conversation?
No, EQ finish. I think it was a Tony Storm match, and then it ended with an angle. There was an angle at the end of the show that wasn't about the match itself.
No, you're wrong.
No, I'm not. I know I'm not because it's
Somebody in the chat will.
You made it a conversation point on Thursday, and you decided
Yeah.
to decide to let you do the review, and then on Friday I took you to task for it because I thought it was bullshit.
No, it didn't end in a DQ though.
I got to go back and find out.
It didn't. Yeah, hold on.
You stick with the was it? It was the lights out thing.
Yes.
Okay. But
I was about to say.
But the match before it.
Right, ended in a DQ. Yes, but then we had but the lights out match was still a match. It was not an angle. That was the discussion. Does the lights out match count as the main event match? That was an actual match, not an angle. No, if the last match ends in a DQ, it's a DQ. If a segment is after that, that's a segment's not a match. It's a segment.
Okay, so you're saying that if the AJ Styles match, the AJ Styles tribute, if that ends, if that happens last, but let's say Natty and Maxine are the lead into that, and that ends in a DQ, you're still gonna review Raw.
No, I'm not. The last match would be a DQ.
I mean, the lights out match doesn't count because we're not doing this again.
That was the discussion. Does it count or not? The chat says it counts.
Chat's stupid.
Here's the thing. Here's the funny thing is if I do this same thing tomorrow and like, hey, let's set it up same way. Maxine and Natty ends in a DQ and then they do the AJ segment. And I say, hey, should I review Raw? Everyone's going to say no.
Of course they are. We know this already.
The vote will be for no to review Raw.
Once again, chat sucks.
I do agree, Louis. This guy's god awful. I know SB3's watching this season of Love is Blind. I don't know how far along he is. I don't know if he's gotten to that episode. But yeah, that dude sucks.
There you go. You guys will talk about it tomorrow. I will be trying to escape the cleaners in my place because they're coming.
Why are you running from Kenny Omega?
He's injured, okay? He found a new way to get written off TV this week, and so we have to respect that from him.
Zeno Hour saying if the promo is the last, then it's the main event. All right, Zeno Hour, you're fucked, buddy. You know no one agrees with you, so
is going to absolutely demolish you for that one. If he wasn't going to get you for literally anything else that comes out of your mouth, that's the one.
You know everybody's going to be against you, Zeno Hour. You should have gone the other way, and then see how many people see if like they would turn against what they actually think just to be against you.
You have to slow build. You have to earn their trust before you really turn them around and fuck them. That's how you do it. But anyway, speaking of which, we're back tomorrow. So while you're
that sounds like
we're building up to something, Jeremy. What it is, didn't tell you. Eventually, Tony's going to be on the show, and it's all going to go down from here. Maybe not. I don't know. You had Dion on your show and said what? Anyway, tomorrow we're back. So join us 10 a.m. Eastern. Leave a thumbs up on this video. Comment on it. Say nice things, because if you say mean things, I might clap back. I mean, it's usually something like LOL, thanks for the engagement. And then you just get more and more angry because you're silly. But anyway, we'll see you in the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, friends beyond the boundary, enjoy your day. Cheers.